How's it going, everybody? So, figured I'd go ahead and see. Figure I'd go ahead and just come on live for a few minutes or hour or however long. Eli, hurry up and get his butt in here. Uh, well, it was going to be a introduce myself. Those of you who really doesn't know me. So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe still might be those who don't know me, but see if there's any more people gonna come in. I was gonna try to go on another app to see if that works, but apparently they're a piece of shit, so they're not really YouTube compatible. I don't know. Is that or it's the what do they call that? The operator error. About time you got in here, bro. What's up? Yeah, I would have shared it out, but my phone that live on is kind of preoccupied with the live stream, and my other one wants to be a pain in the ass, and I'm able to mod people in the chat. So yeah, but yeah, that I think I like your statement better, operator. Headspace error. I think I like that one better. So well, I'm White Wolf of Bushcraft and Survival Skills, as well as White Wolf's blogs. So I figured, well, I had this for Teesprings to see what kind of stuff I can come up with for merch later on. This was just sitting there, so I figured, well, hell, Eli and my girl, they make it interesting, so they don't do survival and bushcraft. So I figured, why not do something extra, and have this to go interview bushcraft and survivalists. I don't know, it's a little harder to get in touch with them. So, I don't know, me, I grew up pretty much off grid most of my life. I'd rather not go to school, and I'd rather um, be outdoors, just making different types of shit. I didn't want to go into town. I damn sure didn't want. I hated wearing shoes, boots. I always wanted to run barefoot and butt ass naked in the winter. So hence the name, naked as a jaybird. So my grandma come up with that one, so I can't complain about it. That's a good idea. Yeah, I want to interview every YouTube, or well, try to interview every YouTube creator of bushcraft of the bushcraft and survival films, and let Jackson Eli do the paranormal and cryptid or whatever else. Uh, you know. And of course, I help her out with her channel on, as a extra cameraman, just in case from a different angle, see if we can catch some kind of something paranormal, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I don't think I've heard of them. I might even check into those people. So, yeah. Um, I since my last interview with Eli. Oh, shoot. Well, cool. Thank you. I'll definitely check into that. That's good. Since my first interview with Eli, um, I happened to end up using most of my stuff out of my survival pack, so I got to replenish it one year. Slowly but surely, it'll get done again eventually. And yeah, it's kind of a slow process when they cut your hours and so forth like that from work. You still try to sneak in a hour or two extra if possible. I don't know, but anyway, um, yeah, it's kind of been frustrating for me, and yeah, I've been wanting to do a lot more on my other channels, but I don't know. It's just being there is stressful. It ain't hard work; it's just stressful to me. I'm not an indoors person, so I don't know. I'd rather be up on a mountaintop. Hell, maybe even sitting in the back of a horse or like here for work. If I can find a job like that, that would be nice. It pays more. You know what? I've got an idea. Let me see. Um, how do I do that? Figure out how to bring Eli up here again. I forget how to do that. Let's see. There. Merry Christmas, Eli. Unfortunately, I can have about 6 up here from now. So anybody wants to climb on in the cockpit of the panel, more than welcome. The door is open. Maybe see if we can get some trolls up in here. See if all the blue wrenches can squash them like a bug. You don't tell that to your old lady, though, do you? I bet. You see what Eli put in chat? He don't tell friend that, I bet.
Hey, brother. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Live.
Hang on. Kitty cat's playing with the cord. Sorry about that.
That's fine, man. Everybody got to start somewhere.
Yep. How's it going?
That's going pretty good. I'm trying to play Far Cry 6, but the damn game is broken.
Oh, hell.
I mean, it'll work as long as I go slow. If I go faster than about 40 miles an hour, it's like hitting a brick wall. And I
Huh.
don't know why.
Hmm. Well, I'm more used to the uh, first person shooter games, I guess.
That's what this is for the most part. It occasionally pops third person, but for the most part, it's a first person shooter. Far Cry 5 is way better.
I hadn't played games since, I guess, PS2 was popular.
Well, I started playing when I moved to town. Couldn't go out wandering the freaking ridges and woods anymore because I'd have to drive 20 minutes to get out there. And I'm just like, screw that. I can pretend to do it here.
Hmm. Trying to get, there we go. Maybe it's working now. Trying to get my headset reset. It's acting goofy.
You can tinker at it, man. I mean, it just takes a little time to figure out what all the buttons do, what to touch and what not to touch. You know, and it helps a lot to have somebody that's just sitting around going, no, that's not good. That's too loud. That's not loud enough. Turn it over. Flip it the other way. So, stupid shit like that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, went and bought this phone here from Walmart. Paid a little extra. Walked to the store with it for about $100, and it come with 3 different word search games with uh, some other kind of game. I forget what it was, and then Harry Potter. And I got rid of everything but Harry Potter.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, what I refer to as dead phone profiles
Hmm.
before I started my actual YouTube channel.
Uh,
And I had intended on buying a new phone before starting the channel. But then after I thought about it, I was like, well, if it doesn't work, it'd kind of be a waste of money. My phone's fine.
hmm.
But I blew up and was like, oh, I should probably do something.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, 700 subs in like 4 months, 5 months. And that was telling jokes and interviewing people. I'm doing my Pokemon. I'm doing another Pokemon Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Do you know what I mean when I say Pokemon?
Yep. Jack,
All
she
right,
does.
no. When I started my channel, I wanted to interview 12 people, 12 YouTubers that I would like to meet face to face and have a conversation with, right? Like me and you are doing right now. Just,
Right.
hi, how you doing? What's going on? NC Tyrant Hunter, Ozark Yeoman, Mandatory Carry, and a few others. I've done Ozark Yeoman, Mandatory Carry, and I get NC Tyrant Hunter Saturday.
Hmm.
Covered Shasta Valley, outdoors. I got a show on him if you want to go check it out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
He's like I said, he's a good egg. He's a good guy. He's not real personable. He doesn't really do the heavy duty conversating thing, you know.
Right.
You know, not great with the words, I guess you could say, but he's a really good dude.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'll definitely check him out.
Mandatory Carry does. He lives in a desert, so his prep and survival stuff is basically just him talking about different little tricks and tips, and then he'll like review some knife or things, stuff. He does little reviews. Ozark Yeoman does a few tool reviews too.
Huh.
And they're all
see, I ran across another one here. I think it was last year. Corporal's Corner, and
he's good.
I come across his desert review of the survival in the desert. I haven't watched it yet. I've got it on the save list to watch.
I haven't watched him probably since I started my channel and lost all my subs, lost all my subscriptions. I had to like go in and look for the ones that I wanted. I guess he didn't make the cut.
Yeah,
it's easy to forget, man. You forget people.
I know it is. It's like Jackson and I were out in the backyard doing a little paranormal thing. Shit, it was pretty bad lightning storm going on out there. We was getting some good EVPs, and we were doing, trying to do shout outs for everybody in the paranormal. And shit, I think we forgot about damn near half of them.
Yeah, no, if you don't write them down or do something to remember them, the only reason I was able to find most of mine is I keep my old phones with the YouTube profile intact. Right? I'll start a new profile with a new phone. So I've got this one and that one, both of which one of them is Yeti Getty and the other one's under my real name.
Huh.
So I rebuilt the oldest one that I have as my backup channel for this channel.
Okay. I need to start doing that with my either my, I think it's my Yahoo account or my Gmail, one or two. I mean, start putting notes in
them. Backing up, it's absolutely necessary. I am an asshole. I will get yeeted eventually, and I want to be able to swing right back in where I'm at now. As far as volume of content, I back up everything. I've got probably, I don't know, 3 gigs of show saved. Probably a gig and a half of shorts. Hell, I've got a gig and a half of stuff I never uploaded.
I think I've got a couple of them like that.
I mean, just good enough.
Check.
If nothing else, I strongly advise, if nothing else, get a double handful. Just go ahead and spend that little bit of money it's going to take to get them. The little SD cards.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Get the biggest ones that you can. Well, I say biggest one. Get the highest capacity, fastest transfer ones you can find, and go ahead and get like 3 of them, 4 of them. When you fill one up and you already used all the material on it, just pop that one out, set it to the side, put a new one in, and go right back to making content.
Yeah, I got my brother. He went to Buc-ee's back there in Texas and got me one of them Game Cam SD cards, and it's got a lot of space on it.
Well, once you start actually filming content, you're gonna come to this point where you're like, okay, well, I'll just leave it on YouTube and I can download it whenever I want it. And then you'll catch a strike and you can't download your video.
Hmm.
So, like, I download everything just as soon as like the show ends. It takes what 12 hours to process or whatever. I'll download the
Mhm.
whole thing, private it, leave it on YouTube, leave it on StreamYard, have my own copy, and then edit down an episode for like your channel.
Hmm.
Which is why I have like 9 gigs of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's 3 copies of everything. Now keep in mind, I only actually have 1 copy of everything actually backed up here. Everything else is kind of spread out across the ether sphere. But you got to think ahead, man.
No, that's
They
right.
don't like what we do. They don't like what you do. You trying to teach people how to be self-sufficient and survive on their own. That is directly opposite of what the powers that be would want us to do. Consider that. You will not get any algorithmic push. You will not get any kind of support from YouTube. I have never received a YouTube email that wasn't directly telling me that they're changing the terms of service to hurt me.
Hmm.
So just keep that kind of stuff in mind, man. We're kind of on the wrong side of history when it comes to that one.
Hmm. Yeah, I think my brothers always told me I was born a century too late. And me and
Yes, sir. Me
technology
too.
together, man. Mhm.
I have had a headache for 4 days, and I'm not doing another show until my headache goes away. I did
Shit.
2 with headaches, and they were pretty good. I'm actually very impressed how they turned out. Um, I don't blame myself. I blame my guests. They were phenomenal.
Hmm.
But
That's messed up.
well, I mean, it's just that's part of the territory, dude. You gotta
Hmm.
think it through. Never, and this is my opinion. Other people do great jobs at this. They're really good at it. I can't do it. Never just wake up and decide to do some crap. Do it once and then post it. I always
Mhm.
wake up, decide to do it, and think about the best way to go about it. You know, might try it 3 different ways or use 3 different methods or, you know what I'm saying? I just film it 3 different ways and use the best.
Definitely.
Another thing, I listen to everyone. And some people are just trash and they're trying to ruin your channel. Some people are real folks and they're trying to help you out. It's real hard to tell the difference sometimes.
Oh, I know it.
So
Very true.
as far as and I'm not talking about trolls here. I'm talking about just people who think they know what they're talking about and they truly
Mhm.
believe it, but it's not helpful to you in your situation, but it sounds helpful. You know,
Mhm.
that can hurt you more than like for instance, AAP. Love the man to death. He does phenomenal work. What he does is amazing. The fact that he's able to do it is even more amazing.
Mhm.
Are you familiar with AAP?
I am.
Okay.
He's energetic
Have
as
you
hell.
know? Yeah, no, he has a show. He has a gimmick. It is very entertaining. Everyone likes it, but
Mhm.
you hear him talking about the nightly YouTube purge. That doesn't happen to other channels.
I might have jumped out on them.
Well, when you get 20 subs and lose 15 or 17, and it happens every day.
Oh yeah, they tell me about that. I
All
think
right.
Jeff Miller
Well,
was telling me about what happened to some people.
yeah. Well, the more. All right. Let me see if I can put this correctly because I keep saying it wrong. It never comes out like it works, right? All right. You have a limited number of subscriptions that you can subscribe to. You cannot subscribe to 1,000 channels. It will let you go through and subscribe to 1,000 channels, but then it will only let you keep the 300 that you actually watch.
Right. Yeah.
If you've got 350 subs, then you're going to end up losing 50 of them of the channels you subscribe to, right?
Right.
Okay. Flip that on its head, and this is how they're filtering out the what I call quick subs. I noticed it when I was doing my short jokes. I would pick up 100, 150 subs in a day and lose, I don't know, 110, 120. I'd do it again the next day and the next day. And I thought, that's just shorts, right? That's what it is, shorts. Well, what it actually is these people are subscribing to every short they like. They subscribe. They end up with 350, 380 by the end of the day. And then YouTube comes and jerks 80 of the channels they sub to, which means you lose a subscription, they lose a channel.
Right.
Both ways. So when you hear about people losing all of those subscriptions overnight, I'm not talking every few months, I mean like overnight. That's simply the recentering of the algorithm for your channel. The way to get around that is it's perfectly okay to go to AAP. It's perfectly okay to post your links in his channel. It's perfectly fine to go and sub for sub and all that stuff. Just keep in mind, none of those stick. The only ones that will stick on your channel as far as subscribing to it are the ones who actually go, actually sub, actually like a video, and start watching content.
Yeah,
and it's not a specific time. It's not 3 minutes. It's not 5 minutes. It's not 8 minutes. It's a percentage based off of your watch time for the subscriber, right? So if they watch 12 hours a day but watch 2 minutes of your content, it's not stick. But if they watch 1 hour a day and watch 10 minutes of your content, then you're a significant portion of their view time. That sticks. So having a little bit of a backlog of content's not a bad thing. It's just not going to be very popular. Typically you'll get 1, 2, 3 views to start out with. And never, ever, ever judge your channel by someone else's. Because you are a totally different person.
That's like trying to judge somebody you work with. Oh yeah, well, this guy here, he's a hard worker, and yet, somebody over here is, I don't really like him. He don't work too hard, but kind of like I've had that back in Texas a lot.
I always got the short end of the shaft because I'm one of those people who try things 900 different ways until I find the right way.
That's me too.
Even if you have a way that you have tried, this is the best way you've found, give me 6 months tinkering at it, and I'll find either some way to eliminate a step, which is my big forte. I eliminate work that doesn't need to be done. That makes sense. Or I find a better source, a cheaper source, or a ready-made source that is not only quicker but also cheaper. That's part of the way I made all my money, was fixing other people's problems like that. So just don't get trapped in the YouTube box, man.
I know that's right.
Like what Eli's doing. Eli has the most fantastic method of building a channel I've ever seen. It's brilliant. It's very similar to mine. He does multiple channels where I do a single one. Right?
No, he's
I
got.
hosted
I know he's got that first one, the one where he interviewed me on, and then now he's come back after his little siesta for a short time, and he's got
yeah.
it found. Wasn't able to get into his old channel, so he had to make a new one. And holy shit, it done made a comeback.
Oh yeah, no, I was very early on his new channel. I
Mm,
don't even remember how I stumbled into him. I found him somewhere, wandered in, and was like, "That's brilliant. I love it." I think we started our channels about 3 weeks apart, something like that. Very similar type of format. I prefer to do a more one-on-one kind of thing. He does sort of a panel concept. It's just two different ways to accomplish the same goal. Just as effective, just as useful.
I know it. Sure,
Whereas he kind of focuses into the paranormal and strangeness and oddities of the world. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I just do not care what your YouTube channel is. If you've got
mm,
content and you've got a few subs, I'll host your channel and you'll get a few more subs and have a little bit more content.
oh, I know that's right. Mm,
So, I mean, there's no loss for having been on the show. I've yet to hear somebody back. The only person that hasn't come back on the show yet is Shasta Valley, but he has to go to someone's house to stream. He can't do
huh,
it from his house because he's up in the mountains and he doesn't have a
um,
connection line. He has to go elsewhere, and which he will do. He doesn't have a problem with it. It's just, a little bit of a pain in the butt for him.
I know that's right. There for a while we were having crappy Wi-Fi being out here where we are. It's about a 10-minute drive from town, and about a 45-minute to an hour walk from where I work, Pizza Hut. Well, finally ended up getting better Wi-Fi. We got the gaming from another uh,
Right.
company, and they've
We're
got a
fixing to do that. My wife does some gaming, and I've been wanting to use her gaming footage to do some possibly political or something less than desirable discussions. Things I don't specifically want on my channel or to be recognized as being me.
hmm,
I mean, there's just things I don't want associated with my channel that I would like to say. This channel
um,
is apolitical. I don't do the political thing. I have hosted Antifa members. I have hosted young Earth Christian scientists. I have hosted gamers. I have hosted atheists. I've hosted a
hmm,
literal minister, no joke, uh,
hmm,
and auditors. Plenty of auditors. Auditors are easy. If you want an easy way to get people to come in and talk to you, host an auditor. You'll get one, then you'll get 10.
hmm, interesting.
You just think about it, kind of like what was what's the is I think it's Ezekiel quote. Um, was it wheels within wheels from the Bible? That's kind of how you got to think about this stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. If you just
Hmm,
want to make videos and your friends watch them, go right ahead. That's if that makes you happy, do it. Do not let me change your channel. I do
hmm,
not. It's not my job. If you'd like to build a 2 million sub platform from which to distribute the information you've acquired, it would help to work together on some stuff like that.
hmm. Yeah, I know. I'm reading Eli's chat now. It says Matt's hard to interview. Yep.
I,
I don't know.
I interviewed a deaf man. It can be easy. It can be much easier than a deaf man, I promise you.
I know. Shit, I've had somebody contact me on Instagram before saying that their grandkids and they're little bitty, I don't know, what, 8 or 9, something like that. That they're they watch somehow or another they got onto my channel and started watching it, and then all of a sudden they're out there in the yard doing the same shit I'm doing.
Well, you're not doing anything nefarious, so that's a good thing.
They just get out there and try to make a shelter, and
Right.
then again I get a phone call and I wasn't able to finish it, and I had to go here and had to go there, and it's been a while since I was able to get out there and finish it up, and things like that. But here the yard's a little bit smaller than.
I grew up in a swamp in the middle of Georgia, and when I was a kid, my pops was an alcoholic. My mom was sort of one of those, homebody wives who really never got out, carried a pistol in her back pocket everywhere she went, so she didn't really get out much. When I was between 8 and 15, I could walk out my door, grab my ditty bag, and be gone for a week before anybody would come looking for me. And the reason was I was very, very skilled at the whole just living off the land and traveling thing. I'd go climb in a canoe and might be back in a week. It was better than doing drugs, right?
Oh, I know it. Shoot, hell, every once in a while I'd just get the wild hair and I'd be like, I'll see y'all when I get back. You got anything to eat? Nah. Okay, make sure you carry your slingshot.
Yeah, get you some string, take some fishing line. Find you a grub, you'll eat something.
I went out there the last time I actually went out on my grandpa's ranch back in Texas when my grandma passed away. I've got her picture in one of my their tombstone in there. I think it was 98 when she passed. So my brother and I was in town. She had passed from pancreatic cancer. She didn't want to go to a nursing home, and so they had home health come in the house. So my brother and I went to town to go get some stuff. Come back, my mom's out there bawling her eyes out. Nurse comes out, shakes her head, and I just get out of the car and hop the fence, and didn't even carry anything with me but just the clothes on my back, and I stayed gone for over a week. And I just lived off the land out there for that period of time, and I finally come in, and that was it. We didn't stay out there very long. Sold the place and moved into town. And shit, I've been traveling ever since, from Tennessee, Arkansas to back to Tennessee, back to Texas, and back to Tennessee, and then Illinois, and then back to Texas, and now back here. So yeah, it's I just didn't even take nothing with me. I didn't even have a pocket knife. I just made all my stuff that I needed out there, and that was it. Found a rock in the artesian well, and where the pipe come up, and you can drink out of that. It hitting down, and we had like a concrete step up where it would fill up, and it was about probably 3 foot deep without the rocks and everything in there, and they had it filled up to about maybe a foot from the top with the rocks and everything. And when that water would come out, it would splash on those rocks, and some of those rocks were, shaped pretty good, so I could just make a knife out of that. So I took some bark, some green bark, and I wrapped a handle, made a handle around the knife of the piece of rock, and started skinning my fish with shit like that.
Do that here, brother. Ain't no rocks here. It's all
Wow.
alluvial sands and clay. We got no rocks. So if you find a rock, somebody brought it here, and chances are it's already worked once. You're more likely here, at least locally, you're more likely to find an actual knife point or arrowhead point or something along those lines than you are, quote unquote, a rock.
It's like some kind of I don't know what all they've done it with. They'd done it before I was born, they said, and hell, my mom, dad, and brother and I, we moved out there on my grandpa's ranch when I was 3. So I guess it was been there since probably the 60s or 70s, and it was like just they put rocks. I guess from there we had a gravel pit they had dug probably in the mid late 60s, I think.
The rocks in the artesian well are probably there so that people can't fall in and drown, and it won't be an animal trap.
Shit, that was where I first learned to swim. My cousin, he grabs me, says, "Sink or swim," throws me right out in there. It wasn't probably 2 foot deep. I was a little bit taller than 2 foot at that time. But it was like probably close to 1,000 yards from the artesian well to the gravel pit. And that was our racing track up there. We'd have BMX bikes and dirt bikes, 3-wheelers, 4-wheelers, and we'd get out there and race on that. Sometimes we get bored and we just get on a horse and just take off riding to the back of the pasture. There was a pond back there that had a horseshoe-shaped dam around it. So we'd go back there or go to, I think we had like 6 stock ponds in that place, and it was cattle grazing land.
This is, well, you can't see it in the dark. Darn it. I wonder. Can't turn on flashlight because of what? Light is being used by another app. Can't see this stuff off, can you? Nope. Too dark. Anyway, I built an artesian, no, I'm sorry, an aquaponics system. When the whole lockdown thing happened, got hooked up with the Ace, and when they locked down, he couldn't do any business. So I was like, okay, well, you can't have how many people in the store? Like nobody. I was like, well, shoot, I need some stuff. So I'll open it up. I was like, okay, super. I put that together out of an Ace Hardware, an old pump somebody left at my house. Yep.
Wow.
These things seem very complicated. And they are. Once you understand what you're doing, they're not too bad.
Figure, well, hooking them up, yeah, probably be a little bit difficult. Probably get on there and probably somewhere see if we can get a hold of the guy Rodrigo from Predatory Fins and see if he can help us hook it up. But laying it all out probably about the easiest, I bet.
It's not terribly. It's no more difficult than those stock ponds you got. That's basically what it is: a stock pond in a bucket. I'm growing bluegill. I'm feeding them only soy-based food because I'm allergic to soy. Beans, all beans. I'm allergic to beans. And occasionally when I eat like meat, like a steak, sometimes my allergies are triggered. And it's not life-threatening or nothing. It just makes me a little poofy, just a little puffy, a little red. I itch a little bit. It'll put lines in my fingers like I'm being poisoned on my fingernails. Right? Make my eyes swell up a little bit. I look like I done smoked a big fat hooter. make my scalp itch like nobody's business. I can't go into a bean field at all. So I was curious whether or not the lectins and the triggering elements of soy could be transferred from a animal that has eaten soy to me by eating the meat of that animal. I
Right.
went looking at the research on such things, and they have done all sorts of experiments on cows and soy and the byproducts and all of that stuff. No one with my particular allergy has taken on the challenge of finding out whether or not soy, soy is the source of most animal feed, animal protein, and if they're using soy to feed them, or if I'm drinking milk made by a cow that's fed soy, do these trigger my allergies? Don't know.
Shit.
So after thinking on it, I figured, well, I can grow fish and I can eat fish. So I'll just get some little fish, feed them up, and when they legalize pot, I'll plant me a big old pot plant out there, and that's what I'll use to suck all the nitrogen out of them. Well, they never legalized pot in Georgia. So I'm growing some of the best tomatoes you've ever tasted, the most fantastic chives I've ever put in my mouth. I got a bunch of kale in it right now because my broccoli are still like little bitty, they're tiny. They're in there, but they're tiny.
Damn.
It's just a thing to do. You get bored not doing stuff. So when I was trying to get off smack and trying to get off all the dopes and drugs and stuff, I had to have something to occupy my brain. And that complicated bit of construction was quite effective at that.
Hmm.
Unlike most, where most people would come in and do that as a chop and flip 2-unit system, I used a full unit for my stock pond, and then a chop and flip system for my grow bed. I have a sterile sump built into the bottom of it, and everything reunites back in the sump. It is a complicated bit of engineering, but it's not. It doesn't take a genius. A basic plumber could do it. Do you have a hobby? What do you do when you are not doing?
Well, pretty much cleaning up the yard, mostly. Somebody trashed the yard and let weeds grow. I got out there and cleaned up the side of the yard where the driveway is, right at the end of the bedroom here, and got into the shed, straightened it up, made it where you can put a lot more stuff into it, and started getting rid of most of the tumbleweeds and crap that's up here. I've still got a little bit left to do, and either that or helping inside the house. I got a roof to repair. Um, some parts of the house needs some electrical shit, so I gotta try to do that. And I'm not an electrician, so I'll get this stuff and let somebody else come in and knows what they're doing do it.
Yeah, I don't play with electricity. You can't see it, you can't hear it, you can't smell it. It won't tell you when it's coming to get you.
Sure won't. No, that's my brother. I'll do everything else but electrical work. My brother, I'll let him do the electrical work. I'll let him get bit.
That's right.
Shit, I get.
I've got all the skills. I can do all that stuff. I started work. My whole life was built just learning skills. I never actually specialized in anything. I learned how to build a house by building houses. I learned how to do plumbing by doing the plumbing in the houses that I built. I learned how to do foundations by building the foundations of the houses that I built. So in about 8 years, I put together a collection of skills that even I don't know what all I do. I mean, it's strange. I go to a place where repairs need to be done, and I make the repairs without really considering, where I learned to do that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I pretty much learned everything from watching my grandma. Like for example, sewing. So if you get a hole in your pants, well, instead of going to the store and paying outrageous prices, get you a needle and thread and sew them up, or your
Sure.
socks.
I was more along the line of having favorite things that I wanted to do that with.
And like taking hides and stuff, learn to sew and tie knots, making pouches, knife sheaths, and so forth like that. Kind of learn a lot watching your grandparents do all their stuff right in front of you. Watch my grandpa do construction just right there on the ranch, and the neighbor ranches next door. We work cattle. Shit, we'd do just about everything. And my cousin, he welded, so I picked that up from him. It's not really. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell everybody, yeah, I know everything there is to know about everything.
Oh no.
Well,
no, sir.
I'm 46 and I'm still learning.
Sure. I went about my life a little different than most people do. I'm a planner. I plan everything, and there's a reason for it. Stay with me on this. I plan everything with backup plans, alternate plans, and subconjunctive alternate plans, right? So in the event of, then we do this, right? And the only reason I do it is so that whenever I get arrested and I'm standing in front of the judge and they go, "What were you thinking?" I can say, "Well, here was the plan. We had a plan, we didn't do it, and that's why I'm in front of you today."
Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
I grew up on a pig farm on a swamp island in the middle of a swamp where you could burn the bridges and nobody could get there. Yeah, no, you'd need a canoe. That'd be about the only way to get there. It used to be an old indigo farm. Hey, who we got in here? Eli. Hey, brother. Functionality is questionable.
Yep. He probably just bumped it up there, and doesn't look like he's got us on mute. So might be.
Well, he might be muted on his end, his like headset or his mic on his gear may be muted. Okay. Oh no. Yes, it does travel straight upstream, son. Oh my God. Oh, one of the stupidest things I ever saw. The dumbest thing ever. I had this I had an older cousin of mine. Now, like I said, I lived way out in the sticks, not a very educated person in the grand scheme of it, like the education system. I mean, there were times I had to stay out of school to finish, hog slaughtering time. I might be out for 15 days or whatever, depending on how busy we were. But it, it doesn't take a genius to realize that a particular piece of wire is electrified. I had a cousin that I sat and watched pee on 3 different trees that had that piece of wire attached to it. as if he had no idea that it was the wire that was shocking. I seen him do that in the course of 2 days before I finally pulled him to the side and was like, dude, listen, you see, just touch that thing right there. Touch it.
Mhm.
Now that urine is a way better electrical conductor than your skin is. And he didn't connect it. It didn't connect in his head. He did it one more time about a week later. And finally, I just handed him a metal cup and said, pour this on that wire. Because he couldn't figure out why he was getting shot. He's like, I didn't touch it. Bam, shot him. He got it.
Mhm.
Is the man stupid? No. He just never thought it through.
That's
He can
one
rebuild a
thing
diesel
I
engine from scratch. So he's not stupid. Just didn't think about it.
That's one thing I've never done is take a leak on a fence, whether it was electrified or not.
Yeah, just in case you skip it.
I know it. And I'll either go behind a tree. And I'm gonna make damn sure there ain't no wires.
Oh, yes, sir. Huh.
Let's see if I can get my chat on again. My other phone.
I'm starting to think, oh, yeah, apparently he's backstage, but I still haven't heard him say anything.
I hadn't either. I don't know what was up with.
He dropped back out. Oh, well, that was probably the first time he tried to come up. Just don't ever don't quit. If this is what you want to do, don't get frustrated with the tech. Force the issue.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
When you get frustrated, go fishing for a little while, take your break, think it over. And remember, the people that designed this stuff may have been geniuses, but they designed it for idiots. So don't overthink it.
Oh, no, that's right. I'll let my brother do that.
Oh no, man, my brother's a bit of a freak. My brother is a paranoid schizophrenic, borderline multiple personality disorder. He's kind of hard to handle sometimes. But if you need something shot from a very, very, very long ways away, he's the man to call.
I've taken asked my buddy at the ranch back there in Texas when I was still living back there. I still talk to him every once in a while. I took a 22, probably not quite 75 yards, maybe 63, 64 yards probably. And I shot a damn bird. And well, he shot at it first with a scope. He had a 30-06 and shot a couple of tail feathers off. And he's like, man, I had the damn crosshairs right dead on that son of a bitch. I was gonna blow his head off.
Well, there's your problem, right? Can't shoot where he's at. You got to shoot where he's gonna be.
No, he's got that. He takes it out in the hill country in West Texas, and it's dead on at 100 yards plus. Well, he gets overexcited. So I told him to go in and get me the 22 without the scope. He said, what, the one with the open sights? I said, yeah, the one with the front post and the V sights in the back. Mm-hmm. So he goes back there. He gets me that little 22. Hell, I took one shot, roll that son of a bitch. It gets up, takes off, and I shot it in midair about 8 foot in the air, and it flops down right in the damn water right 10 yards behind it. We go out there, and all of a sudden that sucker, something just grabs it out of that damn tank. I don't know, alligator gar or what it was. Like, okay, we're gonna come back to the house.
Right.
And he's, well, it could have been an alligator. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna take that chance. I don't feel like fighting an alligator. So, he, he's a good fella. Love the boy to death like a brother. And I pick at his ass like you would not believe. I mean, we both can say some crazy ass shit that'll make a motherfucker just roll down laughing. And I mean, if the way I was brought up, if you don't pick at somebody like that and you know them,
You don't like them.
You know that you're mad at them or you don't like them or something. And they're like, okay, well, we're going to leave you alone. So,
we call it needling around here. It's always been called needling. You know, we just poking a little fun because we like you. We ain't trying
right.
We are kind of trying to make you mad, but it also serves the purpose of blowing off steam.
Mm-hmm.
Some people just take it too far.
I'm one of those. It's also like my brother and I, we get together for too long of a period of time, and one of us can say something and not meaning any bullshit with it. And we're both going to take offense to it. So we're going to end up knocked down, drag out. Well, 2 years ago, I broke about 3 or 4 of his teeth out of his mouth. It was a bad thunderstorm. And I said, dude, there's nothing you can fucking do about it. I mean, it's a damn thunderstorm. And so I've been sitting out in the shop, kind of drinking, just hanging out there, and I threw a cot up, and I was going to watch just in case for dumbasses that wanted to come over and take shit that didn't belong to them. And I guess he and his girl got into it in there. I was kind of listening to music to drown them out, and they had music going too. And he come out kind of raising hell, and he tried to do a little WWE move on me, try to pick me up and body slam me. And, well, I come up with an uppercut and popped him right in the damn jaw. About 20 minutes later, you're like, you good? I'm like, well, my phone ain't running. Okay, you're good. So we get along good again after that. So it's like, all right. I guess that's brotherly love.
The last time me and my brother tangled, I was 16, and I beat him unmercifully. He's 8 years older than me, and he came in and snatched me up like the little kid he used to be. I told him one time, I said, "Let me go." He's like, right. "You don't tell me what to," and that was the last he got out of his mouth. They had to take me off of him mechanically. They had to come get me to stop me. And that's always scared me, so I don't get violent.
It takes a lot for me now after diagnosed with bipolar, depression, and PTSD. So shit, they had me on some medication, and I was mixing it with alcohol, and some friends of mine recorded it, and well, I didn't like what I seen, so I took him back to the doctor, and I told him to shove him up his ass, and that made me slow down on my drinking. So I went to drinking beer instead of whiskey.
I can't drink beer. Never could.
Yeah, I guess I grew up around a bunch of drinkers and smoking cigarettes. Some of my kinfolk, since they lived down in Houston and come up on the weekends, uh, they ended up, I don't know what all, but I know some of their cigarettes kind of smelled a little funny. So
Oh yeah, I got you.
at the time, I didn't know what it was because hell, I'd never been around any of it. And through the years, found out it was marijuana and it's legal here. So they got growing plants around here. One's here in town, and then there's another one not too far from here. And they're pretty close, and the rest of them down towards Phoenix and probably Flagstaff, I think.
I'm waiting patiently, man. Every year, I hope they're gonna pass it.
I
And
think
they decriminalized it in 3 cities here. But that
hmm,
don't do no good out here. Tell you what.
I think Texas will probably be the last one on the list to legalize it.
You ever been to Georgia?
I've been through there once
All
uh,
right.
on a bus
When you
coming.
hear people talk about conservative, I
Hmm,
know 4 people, no, 3 people that I know for a fact voted Democrat in the last 20 years. And they're all flip floppers. They don't vote Democrat all the time. They just occasionally
hmm.
do. Personally, I think all politicians are evil.
I know that's right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I've had my run in with used to be the governor of Texas, Ann Richards, and shit, what's his name? Uh, there's another politician. I can't think of his damn name now. I think it was Bill something. Wasn't uh, Bill Rice? Yeah, this is back when I was little, and that's when I found out about politicians. Nope, don't want to deal with them. Forget.
My uncle was state representative forever,
Mm,
almost till he died. I think he died a few months after he stepped down. And I learned everything I needed to know about politicians for that man.
mm,
You could take a greasy car salesman, cross him with a bad con artist and a good
mm.
preacher. You got a politician.
Damn.
And that's not a joke. That's not me trying to be funny. That is a
Mm,
legitimate description of what this man was.
mm, damn.
Hmm.
Never seen it that way, but come
Well,
to
think
think of
about
it,
it. Yeah,
mm,
think about it. It makes a little sense.
it
Um,
does.
I get packed on my channel. I got this thing I do on request. I don't like doing it because it sounds like I'm picking on people. It's not really what I'm
Mm,
doing though. It's
right.
just a joke. But I do voices, and one of the voices I do is Southern Baptist minister.
Oh yeah.
And unless you've ever heard one of these being evangelized, you don't you don't get the power that's behind that method of delivery. That makes sense. I mean, there's a reason why they draw millions of people to their churches. It's because it's
Mm,
a combination of entertainment, rookery, and sin.
it is. Think about
And
it.
that's a politician all day, every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Sure.
So some people have the gift of gab and some people do not. And there's no reason like why you don't have to have the gift of gab to do YouTube. It helps a lot, but it's not necessary. No, we couldn't hear you, buddy. I don't know what's up with that.
I'm sure. Uh, you try to turn it off and turn it back on? Hey, sis.
Hit the reset button.
Yeah, that one.
I was midstream the other night. My soundboard went belly up on me.
I think my earpiece.
Yeah. Just give up the ghost midstream. Ended up finishing it with a headset. Sounded like refried trash.
Oh, damn.
It was bad. But let it go dead. Did a full restart and clearing on it. Everything's been cleared, re-zeroed, reinstalled, and everything is back the way it should be. I just haven't tested it yet. Thinking about doing that tomorrow.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that with this other phone. It's a $40 Walgreen AT&T phone. I had it last year. Hadn't even had it a week, and I was recording a video. I had my memory set for recording the SD card.
Right.
I had a speedometer set up on my phone because of my truck. The speedometer in my truck didn't work.
I do the same thing in my El Camino. My speedometer is 30 miles an hour off. So, yeah.
Come to find out, the actual GPS that was in there is like 20, 30 miles off.
Yeah.
And so I got rid of that and downloaded an app on my phone with satellite. So checked his to see if his speedometer was accurate. And when I turned it, and I was leaning in towards the middle of the truck, and he's got an 89 short wheelbase with a 350, and everything's brand new in it. So it bored out probably a 383 stroker motor in it now with a chip. And I'm leaning over the center console, and I've got the camera right in the phone right in my face, probably 3 inches from it. And I go to turn it sideways to look straight out the side window. Well, it decided it wanted to take off walking down the road right out of my hand. I had a good tight grip on it. And we turned around, go back. I have one of them little cheap screen covers on it you can buy from Walmart that you had to cut down. Well, that saved the screen. So screen didn't break, luckily. It kind of scratched up the outer part around the phone a little bit. Battery come out, lost my SD card. Couldn't find it. So I had to go get another one. Hey. What's up, Billy? Brenda? Welcome to the Blue Ball clan. Well, no, we're not in Patty's.
I might be in the wrong group.
Yeah.
Wrong chat, my bad. I didn't know this was a special club. I don't qualify.
No, we were picking it. We have a thing about with Patty about she got turkey balls. Trying to come up with her a little picture for and a little design that has turkey balls on it. I haven't come across a app yet that has turkey with balls hanging off of it. So I might have to do some computer generation kind of thing going.
Yeah, you know what you should do, dude. And this is just a suggestion. I'm not trying to control none of this. Do it if you like it. Don't if you don't. It's up to you. Go find you a picture, like a cartoon drawing of a gobbler with a big old, what do you call the thing that dangles down?
The
Oh, yeah. Anyway,
shit. I
got a
can't
big
think
old
of
one of them on it, and then take it into like an art program and change the color of it, make it meaty color.
it.
It'd be a turkey balls, won't
Yeah, I think it will.
it? I think it'd look right. I think it'd work.
It kind of looked like it. Oh, there was one off of Google that had. I pulled up. I put turkey balls on there, and it pops up with that gobbler, whatever it is, hanging down off their out from under their beak, and it
Yeah.
yeah, and they got masks and shit like that.
I have yet to wear a mask. I won't do it. If I have to wear a mask to go somewhere, I'll wear my Mandalorian helmet instead. Yep.
I hadn't seen one of them damn things in years. Mandalorian helmet.
Yeah, I got one of the new 3D printed jobs that you can get like from different places. I got a real good one. It looks the part at least.
Hmm.
But you should have seen the look on that man's face in Walmart when he told me I couldn't be there without a mask. I had a double arm full of stuff, and I reached down like I had it in my pockets. Oh man, hold on, here, hold this, and handed him all the stuff and turned left. Left him standing there about $60 worth of groceries in his hands, waiting for me to, I don't know, get my mask. I didn't go back. I still haven't been back to that Walmart.
Hmm.
A boat with my dollar, man. It might be worth less today than it was yesterday, but it's still the best boat I got.
No, shit, I want to try to get my forge up and going. Uh,
There's
speaking,
some cool content there, man.
uh, I know, shit, I've had people already asking me on Instagram. They DM me and they're like, you want to buy a custom knife?" I'm like, "Shit, man, I can make custom knives my own self." And they're like, "Really? What
Yeah.
kind?" And so I showed them a picture of my tomahawk that I made, and I'm working. Well, I was working on a blade with a buffalo rib bone for the handle, and I need to finish that up when I go back to Texas. It's at my buddy's at the ranch. I was gonna give it to him and make a sheath for it, and so I was gonna finish those up. And well, lawnmower blades are already heat tempered, so I just cut them out, shape them, and then well, um, he's like, "Shit,
You
you
saw blades.
do what?"
We used saw blades.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hell, I was gonna. I've got a saw blade I was gonna use. I was wanting to take a old file that can't be used anymore and make
Pretty
make a
good.
new one of that too. Um, I found some railroad spikes here in the yard, and I was gonna make some Viking hand forged uh knives out of some of them.
Yeah,
And
I love all that stuff, dude. Like all of that stuff. I don't know, man. I just like working with my hands. I like doing all those things.
shit, I miss playing around with steel. Hell, I can. Last time I've done a little blacksmithing. What was that? 99. I actually welded. Took some lime and I heated the steel up, got it really, I mean, like orange, and poured, shake some lime on it, stuck it back in the fire, and then got my other piece that I wanted and sit there and shit done, and welded them together. Been wanting to do more welding that way too.
Let me ask you this. What do you use for your base blower?
Well, at the time there was an electronic blower. I was using somebody else's, like a fan motor that they had a kind of like a funnel system going through it, and it was hooked up to an old metal rim. And
I've seen one of those. I know what you're talking about.
I was
something like it anyway.
I was wanting to go the old school way, the original bellow or whatever it is that the kind.
So how many kids you got, and how many of them want to be football players?
Well, I don't have any. Jackson,
you need to start making some kids so they can run that bellows for you.
Well,
you're late, dude. You're late to the party. You need to get started on that.
I've got 2 cats and 1 dog. I can teach them.
Good luck. I've trained dogs. I've trained pigs. Pigs are easier.
That I know far too well. I've got a pit bull back here in Texas, and he's a handful on his own. And now he's getting older. So.
Yeah, we train pig dogs for like catch and hold, bay hounds, hunting dogs, tracking hounds, search and rescue dogs. For a very short period, we trained drug dogs, and then it occurred to me that these cops were cheating using drug dogs, so I refused to train them after that. Well, when you see a cop, use the signal that you trained the dog to alert on, right? Taught the cop, hey, this is how you test your training, right? And then you see him do it on a traffic stop. I can't let that man have another dog. You cannot violate somebody's rights because I trained a dog. I refuse. No.
Right. No.
So now I host auditors and any other YouTuber I can find who's interested in talking about their channel. And let me tell you something, bud. They all want to talk about their channel.
Yes.
Hey, man, I'm fixing to sit down to eat something before I go to bed. I'm all the way over here on the East Coast, pushing towards midnight. I appreciate you letting me come up.
Great yes, sir. Anytime. All right. Well, I might be hitting Matt up to get up here on the panel probably Wednesday evening. So I appreciate you getting on here too.
Yeah, man. Everybody needs a rubber ball to bounce off the walls sometimes.
Jack does that with Eli on the
yeah. I hear you.
All righty. Well, appreciate it.
Y'all take it easy. Don't let the man get you down.
Oh no, sir. I'll put them on their knees. He did what, Billy? That was a good chat. Thank you, Seth. Is that you that done that, Seth? Yeah. Appreciate that. Dumbass sex bots. Go back to Russia where you belong. Fake ass accounts. I enjoyed you coming up here too. Thank you. I appreciate that again. Yeah. I think that would be very interesting too. Maybe recording or live streaming me in my blacksmith shop when I get it going. Whenever that'll be. I don't know yet. Just got to go to Texas, get my junk, uh, end up making some more tongs and everything. So, yeah, but I don't know. Well, let's see here. Anybody else want to come up? No, I'm actually having some fun now. Shit. Uh, I'm not sure what she's watching over there on the computer, but she's kind of half-ass sitting on the bed with her headphones on. Probably watching Walking the Dead or Walking Dead. She was catching up. I think that's what she said earlier. Huh. Interesting. I didn't use propane, but it probably, I wonder if it burns hotter or almost as hot as coal. I guess depending on how you got your blower system set up. All right, brother. Hell, I'm drinking too. I got beer. No, Brennan's at work, Eli. I bet. Oh, you're at home. That's cool. Weekend off kind of thing. I just got off work early. Mm-hmm. I bet so. Shit. No, I might end up jumping off here myself. I just look and realize it's 5 to 10. I got to get up, go play with the damn truck tomorrow, straighten it out, put it up on the damn shelves and date it. But might hang out and wait on Matt pop up. Ah,
What's up, dude? Can you hear me now?
now we can hear you.
Okay, I can't talk too loud because kids room is across the
Yeah.
hallway, so gotta respect. So
Well,
how's
you got
everything going?
your headset on, don't you?
Nah, I got it. That was messed up. So what's up, huh? What's
Oh,
up, dude? Teach me
I'm
how you
going.
shine that head.
I think she's watching Walking Dead.
Yeah, she sent me damn link. Dog. She doing. Shit. Sounds like a.
Mm,
I don't even know who they're talking to. I'm saying, go give me 15 minutes. Yeah, I'll give you 15 minutes. I'm just on here till second start because I'm just took my meds and I got my appointment at 9 a.m. So I got to be up by 7. So I need my
shit,
sleep.
I'll probably get up when my alarm. I might let my alarm go off today. I accidentally turned my phone off last night and slept
Oh,
in.
that's pretty cool. Shit. I try to sleep, but I gotta, eat a certain meal in the morning and then go back to bed. And then knowing my like, I get up and I'm like,
Oh,
I'm not even tired. And
hmm,
yeah, I mean, that's just the way it rolls around here. So yeah. So no, I just been chilling, man. Like had a good time. Went to go to eat at Jalisco's. I don't know if anyone knows that what it is. It's a Mexican place. Good
you know
food.
what? Yeah,
Check it out on YouTube. I got it out. Great, good food, man. Cheap prices. So
yeah.
awesome.
Um,
Oh,
actually,
man, I've been busy, brother. I'll call you tomorrow, man.
actually, go by there, going to pick up some meat from a
Thanks,
taxidermist
yeah.
that uh fixed up some hides, zebra hide for the ranch.
Hmm.
Go past that, and then on the way back out, we stopped at Hooters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
the one damn good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the menudo was good, and Freddie got drank me a margarita. Mm.
What would you have?
I couldn't drink. I drank half of it. I didn't want to mess with my
Mm,
insulin, you know. So
what color margarita did you have?
I think it was white. I'm not sure. Yeah,
Oh,
Hooters.
the original.
Yeah, it was not bad though. I mean, I just was just very careful.
Oh hell yeah, yeah, no.
Um, Next time I have a light beer, a Miller Lite.
No, what you need to do is you need to at least get you one Dos Equis, about the best imported beer in America.
Mm-hmm. Now I gotta watch out what I drink though. So,
Oh yeah,
mhm. Hey, guys, see how I'm up here? He has to be on my panel now.
it's gonna
Really?
be about next time.
And I don't. I'm not decent right now. Turn on my phone, my camera. Hot in my room, so I have my shirt off. Oh, shit.
Mm,
I bet you I get views if I turn it on. Damn. Ron might.
probably.
Ron's out there watching.
I'll go in the description, put 1X, 2X, and a 3X.
Nah, man. I mean, I worked at Hooters once. I never went there ever. Yeah, I actually worked the parking lot, and at the end they gave me free food, and that's
Yeah.
it. I never actually was in there, only to cool off a little bit.
I
Yeah.
actually worked 1 week as a bartender at La Bear's
Oh,
down
he
in
was in here, bro. I'm sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Houston. Anybody know what La Bear's is?
Mm-mm.
It's a ladies' club.
Wow, ladies club. It's such,
Yeah,
yeah. Mhm. I bet you've seen it all.
not really. I was paying attention to what I was doing and behind the bar. I
I
didn't
was
give a shit about anything else.
I was paying attention like to make sure no one starts fighting them.
Yeah.
Oh shit, go around fishing. Yeah, he was in here, wasn't he? Yeah, a minute ago. For a
Yep.
while.
Yep. Nodded.
I just started texting everybody. It's like, hey. Jason's live. Jason's live. You know. So, so I just did a personal text. And I was
That second person
Yeah.
in that was one of the fellows I work with. He's a cool dude. He's got a TikTok. His son fixed him up a TikTok, um,
like,
and he's
I
man.
did, man.
I
I'm
don't
a
know what it is, but
I'm a good boy.
I like that fella better than I do anybody else I work with.
Mhm.
Patrick.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've always been a good boy all my life, except when I got older.
Yeah.
Oh, look at all shit. I was. I was a girl. I was a Christian boy. You keep saying that. I was.
I've never been. I mean, I've been to church, but I wasn't a Christian. I mean,
Well, my dad was a pastor,
religious.
so. Yeah,
I am religious. I'm pagan.
I bet you are. That's a cool picture you got on there.
Thank you. Actually, I picked that up off of Google Images and kind of threw my decal on it temporarily for right now.
Awesome. Did you play your intro before you started?
Nah.
You should have. Been awesome.
I'm thinking about doing that on the way out. I did have this.
Awesome.
I did have that up in the beginning of the show.
I'm just saying, you know, tomorrow we'll be going live. I'll be interviewing Wolf. I don't know. I want to say it's not Wolf. It's Wolf Paranormal. We'll be interviewing tomorrow. So.
Is that lady from overseas?
I don't know. No. I think they're Patty's friends. That's that.
Okay. Yeah.
Military. How you monitor? Oh, he is monitor. Okay, guys. Okay, I'm all right. Rock. I'm thinking about Rock because he's bald headed. All right, Howard Hawk. Have a good night. Go get late, buddy. It's Valentine's night. Go, you dog. Go, you dog. Rip that up. Ah, shit. Man, where's Jackson? She can't hear us?
Yeah.
Oh, there
Nah,
she is.
There he is.
What's up, man?
Hey. What's up, brothers?
Shit, man.
So how's the weather down there? How's it different?
What? Where I am?
He has a cold?
No.
I heard.
I'm from Tennessee, Eli.
Fuck you, dude.
I don't need 60 plus degrees.
Well, I heard Houston's gonna get slammed hard with this weather. Coming down.
Yeah, Houston got hell.
Mm-hmm.
Big babies.
Yeah. No, he is cold. I don't want to die anymore.
Ready for
Don't.
Thanks for jumping in.
Thanks for jumping
in. We'll just get you some alpaca wool. You know, like the old '90s. You know, Mexican pullovers. We'll get you some of those. You like?
There you go. I'll hide. Man, long time no see, Matt. What's going on?
Oh, brother, I got COVID too. I mean, I was fighting that for like 20 days. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why I was MIA for so long.
Damn. I thought you were cock blocking me or something. Shit. No, shit.
No, Eli, not you. Nah.
Don't go quiet on us now. Come on. What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he does. We go on here and he stay quiet for the rest of the night.
I let myself be known that I disappear because, you know, like today I'm working 18 hours.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey,
doing
man.
reports all night.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, no, Ron the man.
Ron.
Man, Ron's cool. Oh, Ron sent me a couple of your stickers in the mail. I
Oh,
got.
did he?
Yeah, he's a good man.
Ron's a good guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him on my laptop whenever I get him. I'm so proud of them. I did have a couple of your shirts. I need a couple of shirts. I lost them. Well, they were thrown away. But,
You're right.
I need to buy another one.
Oh, it's all good, brother. It's all good.
Shit, I need to get a few myself.
Oh, I don't even know how to do it. Ron done it all for me.
Ron, I need
Ron's my
some
middleman.
Ron, I need some shirts. I'm gonna fuck up him.
Shit, I need to get some
I
merch.
love you, Nicole.
Nicole, what's the deal?
I didn't leave you, Nicole. I'm up here now.
Nicole, come on panel. Just for a bit.
Yeah, you can hold 6.
Right.
No, what I did, I texted everybody. I was mad. I said him, Val, everybody's like, come on by. You know,
Yeah, I was wondering why I didn't get a notification because it's on his other channel. It wasn't White Wolf. I was like, I didn't get a notification.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna just start doing interviews on this channel for like bushcraft and survival people.
Well, he's right here.
Oh, that's cool, brother.
That's
Still having if I can ever get around to it, my blogs channel, start maybe every week dropping a video on the blogs channel and still doing my other channel maybe once a week.
Okay, let's start. So Matt, tell me a little bit about your channel. You know how I go. I would tell. I get that interview. I'll turn
Eli's like
I'll turn anything into paranormal. Trust me.
Eli's like Maury.
I know, right? You like that? You know, I'll ask you so many questions. I'll throw in a trick question. Man, but you can answer. That's what I like about you, dude. You can answer with sincerity. You know, you can actually be like, every question I throw at you is always an answer. I like that. I like that. That's what I like about Dom. I threw an answer, he just answered it. And I'm just like, geez, y'all guys are fucking pros. Damn.
Nah.
I was like, I'm dealing with pros. And I try to bend that stick a little bit, and y'all guys bend it back. I was like, motherfuckers, y'all some fucking good people. Y'all good at what y'all do, man. I try, not in a good, not in a bad way.
That's the wrong.
Well, I do. Yeah. Well, I do have something to say. At least right now, like, because you're wanting to do survival and bushcraft and everything, Wolf. Right now, start getting people to. Well, no, just start getting people to wake up and realize the food shortages that's happening. Because when I did my live stream and everything earlier, I do Business Weekly and all this stuff and everything, and I found out last month that one farm in Montana, that's a potato seed farm, and they make the seeds. They make the sprouts and everything to distribute out to other farmers and stuff in Montana. Well, because of the pandemic and everything, there's no distribution. And last month they had to destroy 700 tons of potatoes.
Okay, good night,
and Good night.
See you on the
Night,
26th. Go check him out.
Nicolstis.
Oh, I'm so
But
ready for that interview. It's gonna be different.
yeah, but start just get everybody to start waking up about like prepping,
Oh
because
yeah.
with the distribution going south, there's already here in San Antonio, there's already 20 fast food places that have shut down because they can't get any supplies. Even our HEB,
Mm-hmm.
last night they had to literally let go like 15 of their overnight stalkers because they only had like 3 pallets to throw stock last night. Like shelves are completely bare right now.
Yep.
And in New Jersey, a 10-pound rack of beef ribs is going for almost $230.
Damn.
Yeah, like everything, like the shelves and everything are completely empty, and that's not just in small states; it's in every single state, and it's happening more and more and more in bigger cities, like here in San Antonio. It's everything's going down, and
Yeah.
Well, it scares me with all this virus going on and everything else, and they're scared they might be locked down again. I think that's the biggest thing that they're worried about. Because if they're locked down, they're scared they can't go to the store and get whatever they want. So they might as well stock up
yeah,
right now. Because I remember when COVID first came out, they restricted how much you can get.
yep.
Now they don't have to worry about that. What's up, bro?
Oh, no, they're I just hired 20 security guards to guard 6 HEBs because they're rationing people to 2 cans of canned food
Yeah.
on each product. Like you can, and there's security guards at, there's a security guard that walks the aisles, and there's a security guard at the actual checkout counters to enforce that 2 can rule.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's
Very good. No.
oh, you're good, you're good.
Nothing else, man.
It's getting bad. The only places that are safe right now is rural counties because
Like ours, yeah.
I mean because of less population.
Like over here in Cairo, everything's stocked up. I mean,
Yeah.
they're like, they're like, because I bought like some loaves of bread, and they're like, oh, only one. They're starting to do that already, because people are just stocking
Hmm.
too much at the house and then bringing them back later. And like, you go eat these now.
Yeah.
We don't know what
Yep.
you're putting in them.
Yep. And they can't resell it, so it's wasting product, and they just have to dispose of it. So, I mean, that's the thing with food. Like, because of the pandemic and all that stuff, it's not like they can go and resell it or put it on a clearance shelf. It's there's
Oh, that's good.
things that people can do to food or whatever.
Yeah. It's rough, man. It's rough, especially with kids need to eat, and grown us adults need to think about the kids and everything. I mean, I'm not saying the kids only got to eat, but they gotta.
Well, that's like, all right, my doctor told me, this new doctor is awesome. I walked in with a Mountain
Hey,
Dew.
Outlaw.
He was like,
Hey,
you
you looking better, man. What the hell?
he was like, this Mountain Dew, you know you're gaining weight every time you drink that. It's like I advise
Yeah.
you. Now I'm just a doctor. I advise you to lay that down, drink water, drink diet drinks because they don't have any sugar. And I was like, okay,
Yep.
so to me they always taste like they got sugar in them.
They do.
But
Yeah.
I started drinking that
Yeah.
and drinking a lot of water. But here lately, like I said, the reason I haven't been around like on your lives, Second Star, is
Yeah.
the medicine he gave me Crestor for the cholesterol, and I
Yeah.
mean
Yeah.
it fucked me up bad. I had headaches, body and pain. I mean body aches and pain. I'm still experiencing that. I told him that today. He said
Yeah.
just let him know next month if it wasn't gone, we'll do something. But that nausea. I mean, the only thing I could eat for like 2 weeks was fruit. That was it.
Mm.
If there wasn't any
Yeah.
fruit around, I couldn't eat nothing. I couldn't
Yeah.
even hack anything. And that's the thing. I've been eating a lot of fruit too. And, trying to cut my meals shorter, And like I told him, now I'm starting to get better. I'm not fully better, but when I get to that point that I'm fully better, meaning all the medicine's out of my system, I'll start walking the 2 miles a day again because I do need to, think about my future. I don't need to think about short term,
Yeah.
Right.
and that Mountain Dew
Well, I
has
mean, you
hurt
do a
me.
lot of walking on your live streams.
Huh?
Yep.
I mean, you do a lot of walking on your live streams,
Well, I
just
mean,
whenever
but
you
he wants
start.
me to walk 2 miles a day, and I don't mind that, but right
Yeah.
now, like I told him, if my body aches keep going until next month,
Hmm.
then it'll be when they leave my system. Because, like
Yeah.
I told him, when I walk, I don't want to have to stop every 2 minutes,
Right.
because that
Right.
means my 2 miles is going to turn into a 10-mile walk,
Yeah.
and I don't want to do that. But I mean, him wanting me to walk 2 miles a day besides what I do, I mean, that's fine.
Hmm.
I
Well, you
mean,
know what?
he
There.
wants what's best for me, so,
Well, here's the thing. I mean, like when you do your live streams and stuff, you don't do the 2 miles plus what you're doing. Like, do the 2 miles while you're doing your live stream. And you can multitask doing that. You
yeah.
could, and then you also have a vlog of what you're doing to prove to your doctor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he trusts me. That's like,
Yeah.
when I first went to him, like I told him, I explained what the other doctor was doing, trying to give me the shots and stuff. He said, well, we ain't
Yeah.
doing the shots. He said, if you done had a bunch of them, he said, there's no reason for me to give you one. It was like,
Right.
that's a waste of time. He's like, if you told me that, which you did, that's ridiculous. He's like, I'll put you on one more pain med a day. That way, because like I told him, when I'm walking, I could take my pain meds and it waters off like no time. And he was like, okay, I'll give you one. That way, when you come back to sit down, you'll have one. And I was like, well, I appreciate that. Because like I told him, I'm not there for the drugs. I'm there to get help. That's like today. I told him, like I told him, I'll
I'll be
tell
right
him
back.
everything that's going on.
All right.
And as you seen the picture, right? White Wolf. You seen the picture, right? That I sent to you, right?
Hey guys, I'm gonna sack
No,
out.
y'all didn't get to see it, but anyway, there was. Years ago, I had hemorrhoids.
Hold on. I'm gonna sack out because
And the
I took my
hemorrhoids
pills.
went
So
away. Well,
I'll catch you guys later. I'm sorry for interrupting.
No,
I don't want to fall asleep on the stream. And
I started bleeding again.
y'all have a good
And
night.
I went to
Nice.
the ER and I asked them. They did all kinds of tests on me, and they told me that it was what they call it. It's a cut in there. It's not a hemorrhoid, but it's a cut. and it started bleeding. And
Mm.
so he told me the only thing I could do is put like Neosporin or something like that there. That way I could try to, you know, because it's not gonna. I mean, it could fix itself, but I would have to literally be careful. And that's like I went and got some Miralax because it makes
Yeah.
it easier, and I'm not bleeding now, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm trying to change my lifestyle. You know, I
Right.
want to get better. I want to, you know, this guy has pushed me to get better. The
Oh,
doctor I had last time, he wasn't pushing me to do nothing. He was pushing the shots. And when this
yeah.
guy, I told him today, I said, one of these bottles I can drink in no time. Matter of
Right.
fact, I bought 4 of them this morning, and this is the 4th one.
Damn. Yep.
I mean, I'm constantly, and like the diet drinks, I mean, I constantly go through them, you know, but everybody, I've heard a lot of people complain about them. I'm like, what do you complain about? It tastes like it still got sugar. I was like, but
Yeah.
it's more like what you call it, equal or something
Yeah.
in there, I
Sweet
guess,
Yeah.
because it still got that taste to it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I think, if I'm
huh?
not mistaken, they've got more uh, than the regular Cokes and Dr. Pepper. They've got more. The diet has more in it, more sugar.
No, the sugar.
But,
Now I'll say this: I worked at a Pepsi plant, and I'm telling you, Mount Dew. This guy would stand at a boiler like this or whatever to mix the drinks. He
yeah.
would. I'd sat there one day and I counted. He put 18 bags of sugar in there.
Hmm.
And that's what goes in there every day. 18 bags of sugar.
But
The
that's the
diet
regular,
drinks,
not the
he
diet.
he didn't. It, I never seen him add anything.
Huh.
So if they were adding anything, it was secret.
Yeah, I
You know.
always wondered
But
about
the
that.
thing about it, I mean, I'll say this: when I started drinking the diet drinks, I could tell an instant difference. It makes your body replenishes, you know, meaning when I was drinking Mount Dew, I was sluggish. Y'all know,
Yeah.
I mean, when I was doing my lives, there were times that I was sluggish, but drinking diet drinks, man, it's like my body feels different, you know,
If you
and
drink
it's a good
Gatorade.
thing. I mean, it's not one of those things that's holding me down,
Mm.
you know, and like my grandmother told me today, you know, she was like, I told you that those drinks were bad for you. She said, sometimes you'll listen to me, sometimes you overlook it. She said, you don't ignore me, but you overlook it. And I said,
Yeah.
well, the Mountain Dew was kind of like an addiction. And
Mm.
it is to some people, but I'm one of these people. I don't have to smoke. I don't have to drink. I don't have to. I could walk away from anything. I used to, like I said, the worst thing I've done was weed. I walked away from it cold turkey,
Mm.
and I was smoking loads of it a day, and I just walked away from it. You know,
Mm.
I'm that type of person. If I get tired of something, I'm not going to sit there and play with it. You know, it
Right.
gets old to me. So
Oh yeah.
I mean, but I want to get better. That's my main goal this year and next year and the year after because I'm not getting any younger. You know,
Shit,
I've
I know that's right.
I've got to be here at least. You know, if I can make it 5 extra years because I cut out certain things, I'm good with that. You know, um, but yeah, that medicine screwed me up, and like I said, I'm sorry I didn't make y'all's lives. I mean, White Wolf, I messaged you, but you know, I wasn't messaging you like I normally do. It's like I went into hiding from people. I mean, even trespass. I mean, there
Yeah.
was a couple of days I didn't even text him, and he texted me constantly asking if I was okay, and I just told him, I said, "Look, bro, I'm sleeping all the time." I said, "I'm hurting. My head's got headaches. I've never had headaches like that, even with my allergies. But
Yeah.
it made me feel like a person I didn't want to be. And I told him that today. I said, put me on something, if you will, that don't make me feel like that. Because I was to the point, I was talking to my grandma about it. And I was like, look, I'm just going to tell him that if he don't put me on something that, if it does the same thing, I'm not taking no cholesterol medicine. I know I may be suffering in the long run, but the thing is, to me, if a medicine keeps doing that to you, it's not worth taking, you know.
Exactly.
So,
Yep.
but my main goal this year is to change my lifestyle, you know, become more active if my body lets me, which it has. When I'm better, it has. When I mean, I was walking constantly, and then all of a sudden this crap happened, and it was like, damn, really?
Yeah.
And eating fruit, I mean, constantly, like in the morning for breakfast, lunch, dinner. My mom called me and she was like, I'll do your laundry and stuff. I was like, Mom, look, I'm sick, but I'm not dead. You know, just give me time. Let me get out of this state of them trying to control me, I guess. And the nurse today, she was like, well, we have a lot of people on Crestor. I was like, well, I'll never take it again. I said, I'm serious about that. I said,
Yep.
I don't care how high it gets. I'm not taking that medicine again.
Mhm.
But that's my goals this year. And, you know, I just wanted to come up because Eli, you know, let me know that she was star. I saw that she was on a while ago. And I was like, well, I need to go stop by, you know, at least stop by. You
Yeah.
know, that's like Abandoned Boys when I see him every now and then. It's like I stop in and say, hey, bro, you know, love you. And then just, but like I said, I just wanted you guys to know that, you know, I was sick. Didn't, I mean, I was at the point people started saying COVID. I was like, it's not COVID.
Yeah.
My body's not reacting. I said, yes, it's got a lot of things going on, but it's not COVID. And when I went to the ER about the blood thing, they took the COVID test.
Mhm.
I told the doctor before she left, I was like, look, I don't have COVID. She
Right.
was like, okay. And then she went on. She come back. She was like, how did you know you didn't have it? I said, my body lets me know everything. I said,
Mhm.
I've got allergies seasonal. I said, the thing about having allergies seasonal, you can tell, like, if you're going to get the flu from the allergies, you know, your body tells you, hey, this is what's going on. And I
Mhm.
always listen to my body, but I didn't, as in drink wise, stuff like that. And this doctor, when
Sorry,
he
I'm back,
started
guys.
pushing me, I mean, I know you guys care, but when this doctor started pushing me, I was like,
Mhm.
okay, this is fine. And yeah, it does give me extra time to live as long as I'm doing what I need to do.
Oh yeah.
I can't sit here and eat chili all day, sit in a chair, and expect to get better. You know, I mean, you got
Right.
to get up, be motivated. I'm like I told him, when this medicine's fully out of my system, I promise you will see me. You know, you will see me doing more because I've just gotten in that routine that I need to be here longer than what I could be. You know,
Yeah.
and I mean, there's a lot. In a minute, anyway. Uh, most people just, you know, hear the doctor, they don't listen. And that's why I tell people about music. I mean, y'all guys
Mhm.
know who Tom McDonald is?
I
No.
Huh?
think I've
No,
heard
I
the
don't.
name.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Mhm.
I can hear you.
Hmm.
Mm.
What did?
No.
There we All right.
Name does sound
Anyway.
familiar.
Yeah, it messes
Right.
up when somebody calls, and that's one thing I hate. People calling when I'm
Yeah.
live or something, it screws it up. But you know, the thing is, when he told me that and started, I mean, he went in detail. It's like, if you keep drinking these drinks, you're not going to be here much longer. It's like, you've been overweight, you know, you're not going to be here much longer. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I really came home and I just sat here. I didn't watch TV or nothing. I just sat here and started really thinking about it, you know. Hey, this guy's got a point. You know, the way I'm going, I'm not going to be here much longer. So,
Yeah.
you know, I had to, like I said, I had to do what I had to do, but it's a process. It's not like overnight I'm all just be, you know, all healthy, you know.
Where did Eli go?
But I just wanted you guys to
Yeah,
know that, you know, I wasn't trying to avoid you or anything.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
good, Outlaw. You're good, brother.
I figured you wasn't feeling so good, and it's anything like the way I was when I was growing up.
Hold on a sec.
I-
Let me try this again because it ain't doing right for some reason. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
so you think Wednesday you'd be free?
Oh yeah, I'm. Hopefully, I won't get called in. I was
Okay,
thinking
yeah.
I would get called in today to work, but
All right,
no,
brother.
hopefully not.
Yeah, I mean, you know, LJ knows how to get a hold of me. Eli knows how to get a hold of me. So,
Yeah, I got you on Twitter and Instagram
yeah.
also.
Yeah, you got me too. So,
Yep.
you know, I'll be off Wednesday. So whenever you decide to do it, brother, I'll join you.
Okay.
Yeah, and if I'm like up or awake, you know, I'll try to be there. I mean, like I said, I'm still trying to shake this stuff off. So there's gonna be sometimes I'm asleep and I'm just not wanting to do anything. So
Yeah,
I mean,
you're fine, brother.
but I just wanted y'all to know that I'm sorry that, you know, for a good minute, you know, I wasn't making the lives. Because I always try to make other people's lives because you guys support me and I want to support y'all back, you know.
Yeah, I finally got the ass blue, so
I
it
mean,
finally popped up in my other chat.
but
Yeah.
I will try to make y'all's lives. I mean, it's just right now, like I said, until I get this crap out of me, then it's going to be a process, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, but I just wanted you guys to know that I wasn't trying to avoid you or anything like that. It's just,
We already know it.
No.
you know.
Yeah, if you're anything like me, the way I was growing up, and I haven't been sick in a couple of years. I didn't even want my own mom around me when I was sick. When I was little, I wanted to be left the hell alone.
Well, see, that's the thing this year, and that's what I told the doctor. I was like, Doc, I said, my allergies this year have been crazy. I said, they've been going from like March of last year until even here recently, you know, and it's like, that's the first time since I've had allergies. It's been that constant. You know, normally it's like it comes and it goes, you know.
Yeah.
And they, but like I told him, I said, you know, anybody starts yelling COVID, I'm gonna tell them quick and fast, you know, my body's gonna react to whatever it is, you know.
Oh
And
yeah.
I know maybe y'all guys, y'all have that happen to where Like if you got allergies, you know if the flu's coming on. You know,
Mhm.
Yep.
I mean,
Definitely.
it's not a funny feeling, but I mean, you can tell your body's going to react to things. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
that's well, it's kind of like anything else. If you
Mhm.
listen to your body, it's a listening process. You know, people hear things, and that's the difference. They hear things, but they're not listening. Kind of like music. There are artists,
Yeah.
like I was mentioning, Tom McDonald. Y'all can look him up. He's exposing the government and stuff. I'm surprised they hadn't gotten rid of him yet, you know.
Yeah.
But he's a
Give it
rapper.
time.
He's a
Yeah.
rapper, and this guy tells the truth about everything. He's
Mm.
got this one song called Brainwashed, and he's talking about everything they're doing to you to make you not look at facts. And I mean, he
Yeah.
gives 8 steps that they do for the control.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, he's gonna be off this damn planet in no time. But
Yeah.
it's like they're not messing with him because he's that guy that says, I don't care what you do, I'm here, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, like he said, he don't have a problem with anybody, but you know, there's certain groups, and I won't mention them, but there's certain groups the name shouldn't have been there because to me all lives matter. It doesn't matter who you are.
Oh yeah.
And
Yep.
I've heard
Yep.
a lot of African Americans that I don't know that say, you know, white people wouldn't understand. Well, I grew up in the ghetto. I understand. You
I
know,
grew up in
y'all
the
seen on my lives the
Right.
cops harassed me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because ever since I've been in this town, I'll tell you 2 stories. I was on the payphone one night. This was years ago. And a cop pulls up, and I'm sitting there because I just came back from Georgia. You know, we didn't, it was an all night town. All right. This cop pulls up and
Still
he's
is.
like, I need to see your ID. I said, excuse me? He's like, I need to see your ID. I said, for what? I'm on a payphone. I didn't rob nobody. I didn't steal anything. He's like, let me see your ID. And he started trying to be smart. And I was like, look, sir, you know, I didn't do anything. And I'm going to tell you this. If you put your hands on me, I promise you, I will show you what the court system will see. I said, because you're doing something that's wrong. You're sitting here asking me for my ID and I'm on a payphone.
Yep.
Then another night I was walking now, just walking. Cop pulls up beside me. Get over there, sir. For what? And then when I got on the sidewalk, he's like, can I see your ID? For walking? Really? For walking.
Yeah.
It's the most stupidest things in this town. Y'all seen on camera. They literally pull up in the field and ask me what I'm doing.
Yep.
I mean, even when I'm walking downtown, it's like there's 2 or 3 of them, and they're watching me. Like if I go down a certain road, a cop pass me. And I'm like, I don't care about y'all, but don't start harassing me.
Yeah.
I mean, the mayor told me he was shooting dogs for no reason, and I looked at him. I said, "Look, you shouldn't even be mayor." I said, "Do you not know, even though you're mayor or the president or whoever, that is a federal law. You cannot just go shooting dogs." I said that you have to have a legitimate reason to shoot that dog. If it's attacking you, then you know do what you got to do.
Oh yeah.
But a lot of these dogs ain't even coming near y'all.
Yep.
And you're just going out shooting them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I mean, I raised hell with him. I said, I don't like you. And I said, if I ever see you by yourself, he was like, oh, I'm going to call the police. I don't give a damn. Call the police. What I do? Did I choke you? I mean, I didn't put my hands on you. I could have, you know, and I told him that. I said, right here in front of the cop, I was like, look, I said, I'll tell you this. If I want to put my hands on you, you're going to know when I put my hands on you. I said, I'm not making a threat. I'm just letting you know. Don't ever tell me I'm touching you or something. I will make sure you have a mark to show somebody.
Mhm.
You know, I've tried to calm down a little from, you know, being aggressive. But sometimes it's hard when you got so many people that are against you. You know, it's like in this town. I told my grandmother today, I said, I can't win in that town. I said, I got cops following me around. I said, you know, y'all remember when I went down to the second bridge, right?
Oh yeah.
That cop pulled over on the side of the road. I wasn't doing anything but video it. He pulls over on the side of the road. Show you, sir. I was like, look, don't start with me. Don't start with me. And so he started popping off. I was like, I know my laws, so don't start. You know, I don't know what else I said. It's on the video, but I will held into him. That's the way I do with them. I mean, I'm not going to back down just because you're a cop or the president or a mayor. You're a person like I am. Would you like it if the cops were following you for no reason?
I got a good one for you.
All right.
A lead.
A what?
I don't know what the hell you call his ass. He like supposedly second or third in charge of the sheriff's department back in Texas.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
For years, he told everybody that I was a pimp, drug dealer, a thief, a liar, and the list goes on and on and on and on.
That's crazy,
Now,
bro.
and I walked right into the sheriff's office because I knew the guy. I went to school with his son, and all I did is tell dispatch, I need to speak with the sheriff right now.
Damn.
Open the door. He comes stepping out. He goes, come on into my office. All right. I didn't say shit until I sat down in that chair and I said, Dan, we got a fucking problem. It starts with that son of a bitch across the hall. He jumps up and comes running up in there. He starts his shit and sheriff goes, you need to shut the fuck up and set your ass down. I'm going to hear what you say. I said, first off, I've been told this son of a bitch says that I'd go on with the entire list right in front of him sitting in the office. I'm like, where in the fuck is the damn money at? I want to know where in the fuck is money. Because I'll split it with the sheriff. Hell, I ain't afraid of it. Shit. I mean, I ain't trying to buy him off. I just split it with him because I've known him for years. Hell, he's known me since I was born. And well, he goes, all right, I get this shit settled out, you know. He said, you can go to the house. Don't even worry about nothing from now on out. I got this under control. Yes, sir. Walked on out. Oh, God, you could hear the sheriff from outside the building cussing his ass out. And the sheriff didn't cuss at all. But he'll drink a beer. This son of a gun would drink a beer with you. Whether he's on duty or not, he'll drink one beer with you, and then that's it.
But that's funny.
That's
Speak of the
funny you talk
devil.
about the cops. Yeah,
The-
because in Columbus, where I was raised or grew up, there was a guy named Butch Howard, and I mean, cool as hell. He come to our church and stuff, and I mean, I loved him like a brother. And there'd be nights that cops pull up, checking on me. I'd be drunk as hell, smoked up, and they'd be like, "Well, just drive safely, and if you need us, call us." But I had to, yeah. I mean, even now, I go to Columbus. I don't never have a problem with the cops. That's because even though they're retired, I mean, even retired cops, have power. You know, Oh yeah.
People don't understand that. They still have power, even though they're retired.
Yep.
I mean, they've been in the force for so long, and if they're respected, their words mean something. And that's kind of the way it's been. I've known all these guys for years, and they know that I don't start anything, but don't come at me like you're wanting to start something. I try to be peaceful. Like now, I mean, I even told the doctor, I said, look, I stay in my house unless I do paranormal. I stay in my house. And that's because if anything's said about me, where the hell was I?
Right.
I'm always inside. So how did I do this? Where did I do this at? That's like there was a guy out here saying they saw me out there digging around at cars. I was like, really? Man, I stay in my damn house, stay away from people. How the hell did I steal something or messing around with it? How?
Exactly.
I mean, even at nighttime, the only
Hey, Chris,
place I'll go, I go to my mom's house. Y'all seen me go to my mom's house next door. That's it.
Mhm.
That is it. Because I don't want to be in nobody's mouth. That way they can't say, oh, yeah, he was out here hitting somebody or stealing something. Where the hell that come from?
Yeah.
And like the cops, all right, Cecil, he's a good cop. I like Cecil. But, Cecil come out here one night and he was like, Michael, I was told that you were doing this. I was like, Cecil, you know where I stay. I said, you know for a fact that I stay inside. I'm not out here getting into shit. I said I did that way because when I came to this town, it's like nobody liked me. And I didn't give a shit, but, it's the fact that you act like this and then rumors started coming up and shit. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll stop that real quick. I'll just stay inside, And that's what it's become unless I'm walking. And if I walk during the daytime. That way they can't say, oh, well, he was out here stealing this, So
I need to send you a link of shit. I know there's quite a few of them. The something about our violation, the law violates our fucking constitutional rights. Every time somebody turns around, they violate your rights, and you can fuck their ass up, literally.
Well, the thing is, it's like I've told these cops in this town. Don't get me like I'm stupid. I mean, yeah, I don't know everything. I'll admit it. I don't know everything. But it comes to laws, even in high school. I took Mississippi state and local government. There was a debate team, and our valedictorian and all them was in it. And one day they were asking me to join. I'm like, really? What for? And they were like, we know that you know quite a bit about this stuff. And we just want you to, because in my class, man, I made straight A's.
Yep.
I mean, that's because I would listen. Like if a speaker come in, like we had a senator come in
and he started talking. I mean, I didn't write nothing down. I was listening. And
Oh, yeah.
that's the thing people need to take a step back from and say, okay, why am I not learning this? That's because you're not listening. You're hearing it, but you're not listening. You know, that's like in music. If you listen to the words, you'll understand the song. The beat will always be there. Take the beat away, what's left? The words.
Vocal.
You know, and a lot of people overlook the music because they like the beat of it.
Well, also, that movie Thunderheart with Grim Green and Val Kilmer said if you just stop and listen, the grass is talking, the trees are talking, the mountains, everything's talking. You know, just you gotta just maybe sit down, clear your mind of everything, and just listen. I mean, that's another reason why I love going out in the woods and stuff.
That's a good example because y'all two do a lot of wood stuff. If you go into the woods and you just sit there, like you said, and listen, you can hear things that most people can't hear that don't listen. You know, a person that don't listen is going to run up on a bear or something, you know?
Everything within your vicinity will tell you what's going on.
Yeah.
Birds will tell you when a predator's around. Predators will let you know when they're around. It's an ecosystem, you know.
Well, it's kind of like you know, us humans, we got an aggressive side if we need it. You know, an animal's going to let you, like you said, they're going to let you know they're there. And don't be stupid and try to run because half of these things, like a cougar or something, they're going to eat your ass alive because you can't outrun that cat.
Right. I was working at Philmont Scout Ranch back in '99.
Yeah.
And there was one of the guys that works there. We was in the backcountry camp in Pawn Hill, and it was like probably 10 or 11. He come walking up, probably about a half a mile from where the corral and everything is, and we're right up on top of the hill from there across that river. And he had a mountain lion just brushed across with its tail. And he freaking the hell out. And one of the logistics guys comes up from down at base camp out of the house, drives up there. He goes straight into where where the people that work to our cafeteria, and just sits down. And I mean, he literally freaks the fuck out. And they finally get one word out of him, mountain lion, out of his mouth, and it freaked his ass out. And then he finally started calming down, where he said that the cat just took its tail and rubbed it around his legs.
I'll say this. All right, an animal is like a spirit.
It is.
They're gonna let you know they're there if they want you to know. But if they don't, they may be one of the ones that are sneaky and sits back and watches.
Well, the funny thing is,
and you don't fear. You know, you don't show. That's like with a snake. If you don't show that fear, they're not going to sit there and strike you.
Well,
you just stand still and you know, don't move.
Yeah, the snakes, when they flick their tongue, they're sensitive. That's their sensitive.
Exactly. But if you don't move and you stay calm, that snake will go on about his business.
And don't let your heart fucking sit there and just start beating 1,000 miles an hour.
Because that damn snake's going to attack you. or
Yeah.
anything, lion, whatever.
Well, it has the heat vision, so it sees
Exactly.
when
Yeah,
you're
that's that one. Either that.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
I
with a
mean, when they
mountain
see your
lion,
blood pressure raise and they see your blood flow and
exactly.
everything,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they don't know if you're about to attack or not. That's why they go into a defensive stance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like a
That's all
mountain
it is.
lion, you know, though they can
Yeah.
sense, even though they're not up on you, if your heart, like you're saying, your heart rate gets going, they know, they got that sense about them.
Yep.
And they will tell you. I mean, it's just a game over. You might as well sit there and pray before that lion gets to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like rattlesnakes. You know,
Yeah.
before a rattlesnake goes to rattle,
That
it will
tail.
hiss at you and it'll let you know.
Yeah.
It'll hiss out of its mouth to let you know that you're within a certain amount of feet from it. Then when you
Right.
get closer, then it starts rattling the tail within hearing distance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They have subtle ways of letting you know, but if you don't listen, it doesn't understand why you can't hear it. You know, because
Yeah.
if it hisses towards something else, animals have increased senses that we don't have anymore. So
Mm-hmm.
Well,
See that.
I mean, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that logistics guy. After he finally got more out of that other guy that worked there, he said that was
Yeah.
what they do is they'll walk around you, and when they touch you, they're getting your scent on them, so they can keep an eye on you later.
Yeah.
3 days
Yep.
later, we took a dude ride up on the Dean skyline. You can see the Rocky Mountains from up
the
there.
cougar. Oh yeah.
We actually was go up to Dean skyline and make our ride down, and then
Yeah.
since we didn't have nothing left for the rest of the day, everything was all quiet and shit. So we just saddled
Yeah.
up our horses and just kind of rode around looking for sheds, like when
Right.
the elk would lose their antlers and shit. Well, we
Yeah.
found
Yeah.
we got off the horses. We walked around. We walked down a little ways, and probably about 100 feet up the side of the mountain, right across, there's a stream that separates the corral from the mountain. About 100
Right.
yards up, there's where, there was evidence of where that mountain lion or something was there, and it was been watching us for a couple of weeks. Everybody, including our horses.
Yeah.
Something was camped out
And-
there.
Oh yeah. The like mountain lions, like through hikers and stuff like that. A lot of the 411 cases and stuff happens because of mountain lions or bears or something like that. What they'll do is through hikers will make their tent and go swing ahead. Then while that camp's empty, humans. So the predators will come in, rub their scent on it, and follow through hikers all the way through that trail to a certain point. And if they're hungry enough, they're tracking you for a reason. It is because you're either a lone individual or you're with a small group, and you could be one of the ones that they pick off. You could be like the weakest of the pack.
The weakest link. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the way they do. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
we're
nature,
not. Well, it's also we're not the same humans we were, 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
We've lost all our natural senses. We've lost our connection with nature. We have no natural defenses for any of this stuff. Our ancestors used to have night vision, used to have enhanced smell and taste and hearing. But with technology and the way the world has changed and everything, and us staying in shelters, which are houses and everything now,
Right.
we've lost our natural ability to survive anything. We should not be alive, us,
Right.
because
Exactly.
humans now can only survive 3 hours in harsh conditions before they die. Our ancestors could last days in harsh conditions.
What is that stuff?
You wanna know?
Tell LJ she better get ready for some of that backdoor meat that
Oh,
me and
there.
you are going to give her.
All right.
There's
Well,
my everybody.
Hey, right now LJ's watching. She's still watching The Walking Dead.
Oh, the
Oh,
Walking Dead.
tell her to
The best.
tell her to stop that.
Hey, I want
You
the
should
dead to
stop
come back
that.
that way.
Stop it! It is my soap opera.
No, no.
Hey, I know a good one. She
Trust
can
me.
watch. She can watch Survivor Man.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you one thing, LJ. There is not going to be a Daryl Dixon in the end of the world. I'll tell you that.
Look, I don't like Daryl so much. I mean, I miss Rick. Okay, I got issues with Rick, right?
There ain't going to be no Rick either.
Yeah, you're gonna be Michonne.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're gonna be.
Okay.
Hey, but Michonne,
Hey.
play this. Michonne is a badass woman.
Yes, she is.
I hate to say it, but after the first season, they all should have been dead because they
Yeah.
traveled for they traveled for a week without
Yeah.
food and water. And also, when Daryl Dixon shot the owl in the house that they broke into,
Yeah.
he shot the owl with an arrow that already penetrated a zombie. So the zombie virus was already in that owl, and they should have died.
That's what the guy in the laboratory, you remember, he told Rick that the virus was already in him.
Well, yeah, but
You know,
but the thing is that was the virus already in them for
right?
when they die to come back. But the arrow that penetrated that owl already had zombie blood in it, and if you got zombie blood in your mouth, it's like the same thing as getting bit or scratched by a zombie.
Brother,
Brother,
listen to me, Matthew. Listen to me.
Yes.
Listen to me. Okay, see, I didn't want to watch this stupid show. I told my son. He goes, "No, Mom, watch. Give it a chance." First season, I was hooked. Then they killed Glenn. Then they killed Abraham, and fucking Negan was a goddamn fucking prick. And now Negan's good. I love Negan.
And then they killed Carl. They killed Carl.
Don't talk about Carl. Don't talk about Carl.
I mean, they killed Carl of all people. You should have let him be one of the last ones.
No. Carl killed himself. His daddy gave him the gun, and he shot his
know. But
Carl.
still,
Yes,
I mean,
but I'm just
that's because they didn't have backup when Rick and them had left.
Rick's gone. He's in a helicopter somewhere.
He'll
But
be
I'm
back.
just
Him and
saying.
Michonne will be back.
I'm just saying the reality of it. They
I know.
they
It's
they did a
ridiculous,
lot
I
of
know.
things. Yeah, they did a lot of things that goes against the whole entire concept of
Right.
it.
But if you want to look
Like,
at it in my
they should have been.
perspective, it's a bomb ass
Yes.
soap opera. You got tears, you got blood, you got sex, you got violence.
Oh
Look,
God.
look.
Well,
I'm going
here's the
back to
thing.
my
It's
show now,
based
okay?
off of it's based off of
I
a
have 3
graphic
seasons
novel.
to catch up on. Jason says, I'll watch them from the beginning. I said, I can't watch my people die again, okay? I can't do it.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. By season 2,
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name? The
Dale.
cop guy, Rick.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rick.
He's already missing a hand in the
Comic books, yes,
graphic
comic
novel.
books.
and see
I'm
the
on,
comic
Yeah.
I'm
book.
on season 10. I'm on season 10 right now, almost to
Well,
11.
see
I'm
the
on
comic
Yeah.
books. The comic books, are a little bit different than the actual
Yes,
show,
the comic books are different from the show. Yes, my brother.
and they've
Yeah,
been
but
out
the
a
comic
lot
book
longer
came out
than.
first before the show.
Yeah, they
So-
started
I
back in
got hooked. I'm telling
'96.
you, I got hooked. I'm hooked. It's like in my veins. I got to finish it. I got to finish it out.
Now I'll say this: I wish I had the #1 Walking Dead comic because it's worth a load of money now.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that I would like to have it because I'm a Walking Dead fan.
Looky here.
I
I
just-
have no more Marvel movies to watch. There's no new Marvel movies out. I've seen them all. I've seen all
Yeah.
the Fast and Furious. I've seen everything. So now I got to finish The Walking Dead.
They should have hired either me or Wolf to come and teach them survival
Yeah.
tactics because
Well,
half of their
Well,
tactics
I'd
are
actually have to eat
not
deer.
even
then,
real.
Matthew. I'd actually have
Oh,
to eat
yeah.
deer.
when dear brother Matt does,
I don't want no backdoor prices.
we
No backdoor. No backdoor rat meats. No.
backyard
Yes,
barbecue.
yes. Yeah, we're gonna get you some of that backdoor special.
Oh God.
I want none of that shit. You see, you can wrap it and put in nice little black plastic paper, and I'm still gonna know it's not freaking beef.
Oh no! No! I'm gonna go all out. I'm gonna get the white plastic tray. I'm gonna cellophane wrap it for you.
That is, see,
I'll
Matthew,
even-
that gives me love. I know you love it. I know you love your big sister. See, that's love right there, bro.
I do. I love you, big
extra
sis.
mile to wrap it.
Hey, we might even put the stickers on it too. And say
Well,
something
Right.
different.
you all in
Right.
cahoots. You and Jason are in cahoots. I firmly believe that.
Hey, we're gonna get Eli to
Right.
eat some.
Come on.
Eli
on,
will
Greg.
do anything if you
We're
put
gonna,
pizza
we're gonna
on
get
it.
Eli to have snapping turtle.
If you put it on a pizza, he'll eat it.
Oh, hey, we can get Ron into
Oh, I love
saying
turtles.
it's something
Turtles.
different
Come on.
too.
Kenny girls.
Right.
I'm so upset with
Ron
you.
showed me a picture. Ron showed me a picture a long time ago that there was a scorpion on his house, and I was like, "Well, why don't you just grab it and eat it?
Don't make me text Ken and say you want to eat turtles.
Just throw the thing on a fire, and it tastes like shrimp. I mean, it's easy.
Actually, it does taste like shrimp.
What tastes like shrimp?
It does, doesn't it?
Are you
Scorpions.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah. What?
All right. You know how everybody says everything tastes like chicken, so is this one of those concepts that it tastes like shrimp?
The thing,
Well,
like-
actually, yeah,
Well,
the alligator.
like insects
Yeah.
taste more like shrimp because shrimp are technically insects, but sea insects, just like lobster, crab, stuff like that. They're
Yeah, they're
scavengers
bottom
of the water.
feeders. They're bottom.
Yeah. I mean, and the best thing, I mean, like, if you grab a scorpion or a spider or something like that, like tarantulas,
Yeah.
tarantulas, if you throw it on a fire and let it, burn off all the hairs and everything on it, it breaks off and it literally tastes like shrimp too. I mean, it's because of the internal juices in it. It's like shrimp.
Well, I was just trying to ask because you hear everybody say, "Oh, it tastes like chicken." It tastes. That's like I went to a rattlesnake rodeo before, and in Alp, Alabama, and the rattlesnake meat. Everybody kept saying chicken. I was like, "No, it tastes like Polish sausage."
Well, it's like the rattlesnake roundups here. It depends on the cook and what seasonings they use in it. I mean, it's all about the seasoning that makes it
Right.
change. Like if you get a poisonous snake and you kill it and you cook it over an open fire, it's actually sweet meat.
Yeah.
A non-venomous snake tastes more like pork. Like it's fattier because I mean all it does is just eat rodents and everything.
Yeah.
But like if you get a turtle tastes just like fish.
Duh.
Like yeah, I
I'll tell
mean
you one
it's
snake I
literally
would love to have, and that's king snake. Because I've been watching these videos about the king snake. These
yeah.
things, even though they're constrictors, they only constrict on the snakes. And that's why I tell people they don't go out here killing dogs and stuff. They kill snakes. That's their main.
Well,
I mean, they might eat like a
the
rat or
saying,
something like that, you know, but their
well,
main course meal is a snake.
yeah. Well, the king snake and the coral snake, they're from the same family,
Right. Just
but
different
coral
colors.
snakes are venomous. Yeah, and
Ain't
the
it,
whole
ain't
entire
it
thing
red
is
and
red
black?
on black,
Red and
kill
black
a
is a
fella.
friend of Jack's, and yellow
No,
and black,
red and
black and yellow kill a fella.
yeah,
Red,
Yeah, something
and
like
red and
that. I
black.
know it's something like that.
You're safe, Jack.
Yeah.
And you know, and see the thing is, like people get them so mixed up that they usually piss off the wrong snake and get bit and die from it
Actually,
because
a
they
king
think it's
snake,
non-poisonous.
could bite you all day and it ain't gonna do shit to you.
Well, yeah, it's like a Arnold
It's
Schwarzenegger
it's
of
kind of like
garter
a
snakes.
granddaddy longlegs. Even though they're the most poisonous spider, they can't bite you,
Hmm.
and that's
Actually,
because
granddaddy longlegs aren't spiders at all.
yeah.
Yeah, they're actually not really the most poisonous spiders either. There's
Yeah,
something else, I forget what it is now.
the brown recluse.
Oh, what
Mhm.
is
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a
I
snake.
still have
All
a
right,
hole in my leg from one.
you know the black mammoth was the most poisonous snake. Well, now they've got
Yeah,
they found another snake that's more poisonous, and I don't know the name or anything like that, but you got to think if it's more poisonous than the black mammoth, you might as well go ahead and wrap yourself up and die.
yeah. The king brown
Um,
snake of Australia. If it bites you, you have 3 hours to live, and there's no anti venom that will protect you from it.
Yeah.
If we want to know about
Then
the snakes, like
Oh,
yeah.
actually, the most
snakes, we watch
venomous
Channel
spider.
Wildlife.
You just ask me, I'll tell you.
Actually,
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
most,
yeah, yeah.
I just thought about the most venomous spider is
I know,
actually
but
it's actually it's a Brazilian spider.
Yeah.
I watched it. It's a big old spider, kind of like a tarantula, but it's not a tarantula. But it's so
Speaking of
aggressive.
tarantulas,
It holds the front two legs up, but you can see the fangs when it comes at you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
speaking
I remember watching a video on that. That spider's aggressive.
speaking
Well,
of
it's like
tarantulas,
yeah. Go ahead, Jason.
well, no, Gino and Sinister probably frown on this one, but down in Peru, they're a delicacy. They
Yep.
take them in a shit, I forget what kind of leaf, and knock them unconscious. And they won't kill them; they'll just leave them alive, but unconscious. Wrap the leaf around them and tie them up and smoke them
Yep.
for a certain period of time, and then they'll untie that leaf and they'll eat them.
Yep. And they also carry them as like snacks when they go hunting and everything. I mean,
They do.
that's
Huge.
actually how I learned how to cook tarantulas is when I was in Brazil, and I learned from the Gansha tribe, and the Gansha tribe and everything. They have these delicacy worms that are in fallen, like rotting banana trees, and they're these fat, like 2-pound worm, grubs, and you'll see those native children. It's a delicacy for those children, and they'll just sit and they'll let it wiggle around in their mouth and everything before they eat it, and it tastes like Jello that's infused with like sawdust, but it has like a banana aftertaste because it lives in a banana tree.
Yep. It's also like when it's wiggling around in your mouth, it's like a small piece of Jello.
Yeah.
What?
And the thing with those worms is when you bite into it, it doesn't instantly kill it. It's meant to break off in pieces, so it's still alive while you're swallowing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was going to ask something. It's about something. Oh, I've had alligator meat. And of course,
yeah.
I've heard people say chicken. It didn't taste like chicken to me. I mean,
No.
it's a mixture. To me, it was more of a mixture of a steak and like something offbeat to it, you know.
Yeah,
Sure.
like kind of like pork. It tastes like pork to me.
It was mixed. Yeah,
Mhm.
it was a mixed taste to it.
Shit,
Yeah,
I can make
it tastes
chicken
like it tastes like a fatty piece of pork to me.
Yeah,
Like the fat off the pork.
yeah. But the only thing is, it's meat. It's actual meat. It's not the fat on it.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. There's
That's
a
like in
a
Texas.
restaurant.
That's like in Texas. I watch shows, videos on it. Y'all have the biggest burger there is. It's like if you can eat the whole thing, you get the meal free.
22 pounds.
Done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done it too.
What is it? 25 ounces? 25
Yeah, it's
or
like
24?
22 ounces, 25 ounces,
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
I know it's and I've seen this one guy. He could eat a lot. The only guy I've seen do it like quick, you know, the hot dog eater from Japan.
Yep.
I've actually seen him eat it and like tear it up like it was nothing.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like
what
3 different.
The hell, man? You're gonna die after that. Y'all eat that?
It's like 3 different. Oh, sorry. It's like 3 different types of beef that's in it. It's not just like regular hamburger meat.
Yeah.
It's got brisket. It's got brisket. It's got something else and ground beef in it. Like barbacoa or something in it.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Basically, what it is you definitely got to have a Texas size appetite just to eat that.
Yeah.
Right.
For dessert.
I'll tell you, a good beef, if they would make it in it, it would be easier than hell to eat, and that's Angus. Angus beef is, my God, it's just one of those meats. You eat it, and it's like you can't stop eating it. It's like,
trust me,
Angus.
If you come to Texas, you gotta try Longhorn.
Yeah.
No, you gotta try Longhorn.
Yeah. Longhorn.
Longhorn is what made Texas famous after the Civil War. Like that's what brought Texas back up.
Long-horn?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Longhorn cows, yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
them damn antlers, how long are they?
Yep.
How long are they? I know some of them could reach over 6 feet wide.
Yeah. Some of them can get 6 feet. Most of them are like, well, there's a specific breed of longhorn that one of their horns can get over 6 foot long. Then the majority of them are like 4 foot long.
Yeah.
But
that's
see, they're
because if they hit you with one of them bitches, you gone. They gonna hang you up on the rack.
I've heard they were originated from Brazil and brought up.
Maybe.
after
Maybe.
the Civil
Oh
War.
yeah. Well, we were getting them from Mexico for so cheap, you know,
Oh, yeah.
before the Civil War. Then a lot of cattle herders and stuff like that got drafted into the Civil War and left like their farm and everything, and the Longhorns went feral. And when the soldiers and everything came back, we had hundreds of Longhorns just running wild here. And because of the Civil War, the northern states and everything were starving because they didn't have any meat because it all went to the war. So that's why a lot of Hispanics out here have Longhorn farms, because they went out and tamed the Longhorns, brought them back to their land, and ended up doing the cattle drives to up north to New York and Chicago and stuff like that, and sold them off. And we came out of poverty, and now we're the way we are.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's like the other two meats I like is teriyaki and buffalo. Buffalo
Oh,
meat.
yeah.
buffalo.
Oh, Dove is good too.
Yeah, my finger don't.
Not Dove, but quail.
like
Quail.
Dove.
My bad. Quail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Quail
finger don't like
meat's
them too well, especially them barn quail.
good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That meat is so easy to eat, but it's so damn good. It's like when it hits your mouth, it's just like you fall in love with it.
Yeah. It's just like, Oh, go ahead, Jason.
I was gonna say that I think I was probably about 7 or 8, and my neighbors they had them barn pigeons in the equipment shed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd get out there and start blasting the hell out of them. They'd bring them over there, and I'd pull out my grandma's old hickory, and
Yeah.
after I done plucked it, so I started cutting the breast. Yeah, my right index finger don't like them damn barn quail too good no more. It went straight to the bone with that one.
Oh yeah. I hate debreasting quail because of that jagged breastbone that they have in the middle. And if you don't slide your finger up just right, it could literally sever one of your fingers off. It will cut it straight down into the bone.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all, would y'all have a badger for a pet?
I think I'd really have a wood.
I watched videos, and I've seen badgers. This one badger was surrounded by 3 lions. Well, they were trying to fight it. I mean, it was fighting them, and the lions.
Oh yeah, honey badger.
The lions weren't too happy with it, but then all of a sudden another badger comes, and it's like five lions against 2 badgers. The badgers chased them damn lions off.
Honey badgers.
Animals.
Honey badgers, they're low to the ground, and they also have like a reinforced back, like a
their
back
heads
flap.
Real hard. Because I seen a video with the black mamas trying to attack a badger, and it hit it in the head, and the badger just looks at it like, "What the hell?"
Yep.
And then that badger got a hold of the black mama to just, jerking the shit out of it. I mean, it was dead right when it started.
I tell you, they're smart son of a bitches too, and badgers.
Oh yeah, they are.
Very smart.
Man.
I've seen them. I wish I had a camera. There's one of them live bear traps that catches a foot.
Yeah.
They smell the meat on there. They go and get a stick and start poking around, and they stick it in their mouth like a cigarette, and then start. And when that got it, when that damn trap caught it, they get the bait.
Yep.
Them suckers are smart.
Oh, yeah. And I mean,
You know?
to be a protective, if you could train one to be a
Mhm.
protective for you, and nobody
Yeah.
would ever come around. That damn badger would
Oh no.
fuck up instantly.
Uh-uh.
The only thing is, you
Mhm.
might have to buy a big ass cage and keep it in there at night because that damn thing might go crazy.
Oh yeah.
Put
Well,
a
it's
big
just
damn
like it's
snake in
like
there for it. There you go.
yeah.
Have fun with that.
Well, it's like the Texas porcupine. Texas porcupine is the only breed that can literally shoot the quills out of its back at you
Mhm.
like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
arrows.
Oh, that would hurt like hell
Like,
because them things are real sticky anyway.
oh yeah. I mean, and just imagine, being shot with, arrow tip
Yeah,
quills like 3 foot away.
that would be fucking sad because you.
Yeah. I mean, they're hard enough to sew leather. I
Well, I've
mean,
seen. Speaking of that, I've seen a video to where these things shoot and they can stick in wood, and I'm not talking about just stick. I'm talking about
yep.
actually go in the wood.
Mhm.
Them damn things. You could shoot me with a paintball without any protective gear. Just don't.
Yeah.
No, I'd much rather have that done.
Uh-huh.
Because them things, imagine them shooting you. I mean, if it went in your arm, it'd probably go all the way, probably halfway
Probably all
up
the
in
way
your
through it.
arm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Especially if it makes direct contact.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
I
Well,
always wanted.
it's like, oh, go ahead, Jason.
I was gonna say that I always wanted to make one of them porcupine roaches for like them Indians, the long quills.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
look like I have a mohawk.
Oh yeah. I don't blame you right there, brother.
I think, really, if you think about it, I ain't trying to get religious or not, but I think the end of times is here. Because if you watch it, there's like, all right, there's one video where this dog and this lion is playing around. They're like brother or
Yeah.
brothers or whatever. And when they go to bed, that lion will keep a watch over that dog.
Yep.
That's like I've seen it. There was in a captive place, they found or got a baby tiger, and there was already 2 tigers in there. That male or that female, she went over to it, and of course it was scared, and it was getting all defensive. And that big
Yeah.
tiger just walked up on it, started licking it, and it finally calmed down. And then they started sleeping together and stuff like that. I mean, that damn female tiger would have took somebody's head off over that cub,
So
even though it
that's the
wasn't
thing.
hers.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen videos where these monkeys, they're it's so many animals getting along that we've never seen get along. And you think about it, that's never happened. That's something that's new, as in for a lot of
Hmm.
these animals, because they're prey, they're either prey or the aggressors or whatever, and you
Yeah.
don't normally see that. And now that we're seeing it more and more, it's like wow. And then there's things like Bigfoot. Bigfoot's starting to try to show itself. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, we haven't caught it on camera or not, but there are videos that if you watch those videos, like there's one, these people, it was like 3 or 4 teens, I think. They were looking out in the
Hmm.
field, and there was this big thing. It wasn't no ape or nothing or gorilla,
Yeah.
but it stood out there and it was watching them, and it took off towards them.
Hmm.
And they got inside and they were looking, and thing kept coming, but it finally went away because I guess it felt, like they were going to attack it or something. But there's things like that that really make you think. Okay, we haven't seen this, and why is it happening now?
The thing, I mean, humans are going to destroy themselves. I mean,
Yeah.
that's already been,
Or the ones that don't
predicted.
listen,
Mhm.
or the ones that are not knowledgeable about things. I'm like
Yeah.
I said, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I mean, I intake things like if I watch a video about a tiger and say, bear laying next to each other and being best friends. I watch things
Mhm.
like that and I try to understand that, you know,
Yeah.
because you got prey versus the predator,
Yeah.
you know, and it's just amazing what we're seeing now. I mean, that's like there's this
Mhm.
one video of this woman and there's like 3 or 4 cops around her. And I mean, she's tripping out and it's like she had a demon in her. I mean, she was tripping out big time. And it wasn't like drugs because they drug tested her. It wasn't drugs. So what else could have it
Mhm.
been? I mean,
Mhm.
evil spirit had to attack her. I mean, because
Yeah.
if you don't have evidence of a drug or alcohol or what was it then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Even if you got mental problems, you don't trip out like that.
Mhm.
Not with cops around. You're usually trying to get help, telling people, hey, look, I need help for this. But when you see things like that, and this woman's eyes were rolling in the back of her head, you know, kind of like Undertaker. And,
Mhm.
you know, you don't see that every day.
Uh-uh.
And when you
All right,
see
guys.
it, I
I
mean, people like us, we would understand it. We would understand, hey, this ain't right.
Yeah.
There's something about this, you know.
All right, brothers. I gotta
Yeah, I was
get
going to
back
say
to
the
work.
same thing. I'm
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
get off and try to get some rest.
Yeah.
So I got to put
But
away a foot tomorrow.
But bro,
All right.
like I said, I'm sorry that I haven't made y'all's lives, you know. But
Oh,
just
you're
know
good,
that I
brother. You're
will
good.
try now that I'm getting better. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
You're
know,
good, brother. Anytime you show up, you're always welcome.
well, I
Hell yeah.
love you guys, and y'all have a great
You too.
morning or a great night.
Love you too, brother.
Yeah,
All
y'all are
right.
both
Y'all take care,
100%.
family.
Second Star same times on me, but White Wolf's 2 hours behind us. That's right.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
daylight savings time. I'm about 11:30 something now.
yeah, I'm
11:32.
about 1, I
Okay.
guess.
Okay.
I don't
So
know.
you're an hour behind us now.
Yeah, all right,
Yep.
an hour. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys have a good morning or good night, and I love you guys.
Love you
All
too.
right, brother.
Y'all
Y'all
have
have
a
a
Love
good
y'all
one.
too.
all right.
Take care, brothers.
You too.
Y'all too.
All
See
right.
y'all.
Take care.
All right.
Bye. Take care, Jason, brother. I'll talk to you Wednesday.
All right. I'll holler for holler at you probably about 30 minutes, maybe an hour before.
Yeah,
Whatever
that's
time
fine.
maybe. Holler at me.
Yeah.
Whatever time. All right.
All right, brother. Just let me
All
know.
right. All right.
All right. Take care, brother.
You too.
Tell LJ I said good night.
I will.
All right. Bye, bro.
See you. Thank y'all all for being here. Maybe not everybody's in chat, but put up my outro for everybody now. Good night, everyone.